afternoon, folks. Welcome to all of your favorite Tennessee Titans podcasts. I'm going to just do a shout out to everybody. We got Titans and Truth. We got 2ToneZone. And we got Titan Upload. What's going on, folks? What is happening? All hands on deck. We are here, folks. We are here. Well, first, we just want to say thank you for everybody that's tuning in to the live show today. We got a lot of things we're going to cover today, man, with the Texans game coming up and also with the playoffs. First, what I want to do is just introduce everybody that's here on the show today. If they can just give a little bit of information about themselves, please make sure after you hear them, subscribe to them today, right now. Subscribe to them now, okay? So first, we got Titans of Truth. Titans of Truth, holler at us, brother.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm just glad to be here. Titan Nation, what's up? This is your boy, Blue Enforcer of Titans and Truth. Y'all make sure y'all check me out every Wednesday night. I actually just got done, like a few minutes ago, got done with an episode that'll be up, talking do or die, Tennessee Titan ball against the Texans. So y'all go to Titans and Truth, check it out. Please subscribe. I'm on a race to 1,000. Help me get there. And also check me out on TNT Enforcers on Facebook, Instagram at Titans_N_Truth, and on Twitter at TNT Blue Enforcer. That is with a number 4 in it. Check it out. You won't regret it.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. And we got 2ToneZone. Talk to us, brothers.
What's going on, Hawk? What's going on, fellas, man? We're so appreciative to be here, D-Weez and I. You guys can find us here on YouTube. That's 2ToneZone. That's one word, just like it's on the hat right here, the number 2, ToneZone. You can also find us on Instagram. That's _official 2ToneZone. Also on Twitter. That's at 2ToneZone Show. So we're privileged to be in the presence of greatness right now, guys. So, man, let's fire it up, man. Let's get this show cracking. Let's get it going.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Real quick, too. Make sure you go to Teespring and check out some Tennessee Titans Weekly merch. You know, 2ToneZone already went and got our merch. They got hats, so they have masks, they got anything you need over there. If you like coffee mugs, they got the Facts No Paper mugs too. So go check them out.
Good advertising, man.
Yes, sir. We appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. We appreciate it. Yes, sir. And our longtime friend, Titan Upload. Talk to him, Titan Upload.
Big Mark.
I think you're on mute. You're on mute.
I think he's checking it.
Yeah.
I think he's checking the microphone. Yeah.
Okay.
Not getting your mic. Not getting your mark.
1 2 1 2.
He's trying to talk to us.
That's okay.
Oh, we gonna get him over here.
Yeah, we got to get him through.
We got to get him over here.
Oh man.
Hey, Mark, you might because I'm looking at this.
So it looks like he's on mute, but he's not off mute. Yeah, I see what he's doing. Yeah, I see what he's saying. It's off mute, so we still can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, something's not going.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I had to get him.
Right.
I had to make sure we get him.
Okay,
I think he's going to check out. He's probably going to check out his audio.
Yes. So,
guys, I want to say this. Before you get started, Hawk. We've been wanting to do a show like this for the longest, and I know we've kept saying we're going to pay it forward, but hey, this is the best time to do it. The last game of the season, that's going to determine if we get in the playoffs or not. So why?
Right.
We got the best of the best. We're missing a couple of folks, but we still got the best of the best.
That's right.
So shout out to Titans Upload. Hey, he's here. TA, we shout you out too, brother.
Yep.
Mr. Titan. Hey, I know you had to do your thing tonight, but hey, we miss you too, brother. So, hey, we here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Truly an honor.
Yep. So what we'll do today, y'all, we're going to ask a few questions and everything. And the majority of the show, folks that are listening in on the show, we are wanting to feed questions from you all. Okay. We want to give you an opportunity to interact. There's Titan Upload.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. There he is. What's going on?
It was my fault. Something wrong. I'm sorry. I was clicking mute and then because I didn't want to hear the background noise and sorry, guys. But I'm good.
Good stuff. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
But hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Always a fun time to be on Tennessee Titans Weekly, and super pumped with you guys to talk Titans.
Always.
Let's get in it. Tighten up that like button, y'all.
Absolutely. Click on that right there, man. Click on that right there. Yep. So, well, guys, what I want to do first, man, is first to just, we're about to play the Houston Texans. As we all know, we got our butts kicked last week in the snow. I think they're still frostbitten right now. Hopefully they'll shake that off. I know a lot of people on the injury report today that I saw. I was like, damn, that's half the team. But coming to this game against Houston, of course, we win this football game, we make the playoffs. We lose, certain things have to happen for us to make it to the playoffs. So looking at this game, when you look at the stats that we have, man, you look at Tennessee, we're number 5 overall in offense. We're averaging 390 yards a game and averaging 30 points a game, which is number 3 in the NFL. Of course, the issue is our defense. Number 28 out of 32 teams on defense, where 394 yards is being put on our head every game, but we're only giving about 26 points a game. Houston is coming in number 17 in offense, averaging 23 points a game, and actually 30th in defense, giving up 411 yards a game. So the question I have for you guys, and we'll go around the table here. Titans of Truth, we'll start with you first, man. How can we beat the Texans, Titans of Truth? Talk to us, brother.
Honestly enough, there's only one way that we're going to be able to do this. And number one is we got to get back to playing our game our way. And I said this on the show just a little bit ago. You'll be hearing about this. I said, first off, we got to get off to a fast start. Get off to a fast start, get a lead, and don't lighten up. Don't lighten up at all. And run, beast, run. Run the king. Make them bend the knee again. Get that 223. And just if the defense could just do something, I'm not even trying to say sack the quarterback, contain him. Contain Deshaun Watson as best as you can. Don't let him escape and just win by any means necessary. Though I just gave you my 4 points right there. So gave y'all a little bit on the episode. So appreciate y'all. That's how we're going to win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tighten up low.
Yeah, it's hard though. I mean, we go back to week 6. And Derrick Henry literally plays one of the best games of his life. 212, runs 94-yard touchdown. And guys, we should have lost that game. Let's just be honest. Let's call it for what it is. True. That should have been our first loss of the year. I guess we could have lost to Minnesota too.
No paper.
But the thing is like this. If it wasn't for that 2-point conversion that we actually stopped, so good job defense, Ryan Tannehill cannot lead the team back and hit A.J. Brown in the corner of the end zone. So, people forget this too. Ryan Tannehill had 4 touchdowns in that game. Derrick Henry had a monster game, and we still almost lost. And we got the coin toss, which helped, let's be honest, with Watson. But no Fuller. That's going to help. We're going to have to stop Cooks. So can the defense get it done at least for that? I think we'll be able to at least manage it, but it is scary going forward. No question about it.
Yeah. Great points. D. Weeze, what you think, sir?
I'm going to piggyback off of Upload right here. Defense, we got to make sure we contain them. Also, Blue Enforcer as well. Don't let the Texans record fool you. They're second in passing in the league. They average 297 yards a game. And don't let it fool you. They're second in possession as well. So they can keep our boys off the field. They know how to control the game with the clock. So we got to make sure we got to make sure we don't let Watson have at least 200 yards in passing. He might get there. Their rushing game they resort to rushing. Resort to passing more to rushing because the rushing game is not there. But like I said, don't let it fool you. Deshaun Watson is averaging 297 yards a game. That's dangerous for any team.
Right. Yeah, that's true, man. Mr. Two-Tone, what's good, bro?
Man, I'll keep it real simple. We just got to stick to the meat and potatoes of our offense. That's running heavy. And we got to make sure we're feeding the ball to A.J. Brown. Make sure we're getting Corey Davis involved. Make sure we're utilizing all of our tight ends. And the dessert comes after all that's taken care of. And I mean, Derrick Henry potentially getting 2K, A.J. and Corey getting their 1,000. That's all dessert. But let's make sure we take care of our entree first. Take care of all that. Eat everything on our plate, and then we can celebrate those accolades. But definitely got to contain that man, Deshaun Watson, because he's a bad man. He's cold-blooded. He's ruthless. Brandon Cooks, and David Johnson. Those 3 guys on offense, that's all we got to worry about. You know, so if 11 guys can't handle three, then we definitely got a problem. But I got all faith in our Titans to go out there and take care of business and win this AFC South.
Yes,
without
sir.
a doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jacques, you want to elaborate on that, sir?
Definitely. So I'm not worried too much about the offense. The offense is going to bounce back. We know they struggled last week in the snow game. We know that. Couldn't catch their foot, and A.J. Brown couldn't catch a brick or a snowball if you threw it at him. It is what it is. But defensively is what we have to worry about. Deshaun Watson, as Upload said, I mean, he literally ate. Last time we played them. And if it wasn't for that 2-point conversion, they would have won the game. So basically, it actually falls on the defense's shoulders, literally. Can we stop the pass? The run, I'm not so much worried about, but I'm worried about the pass. Even though Fuller's gone, Kenny Steele, he's gone. So it's there. I mean, the turkey's on the table for us to take it. Can the defense step up to the plate and stop Watson and get at least some pressure on him?
Right.
We got a little pressure on Rodgers, but I mean, it still wasn't good enough. Think about it. Watson is mobile. He's more mobile. He can get out the pocket. He can throw it downfield. So he's working with nothing right now, and he's still doing something. Imagine if he had something, we would be in bigger trouble. But offensively, I mean, we'll go in there and play our game. Henry will probably get 150 or 200. It's a possibility could break the 2,000. And then A.J. Brown and Corey Davis will bounce back. But this is really on the defense. Can the defense hold strong? Can the defense play mediocre at least to win this game to get us to the playoff?
Yes, good point. Good point. Shout out to Damon Beverly. We appreciate the super chat donation there, good sir, to the Titans family. Let's go. Let's go, Damon Beverly. Let's go.
The first one.
Let's
Tighten up.
Tighten up. Tighten up. So, yes, we could beat the Texans really based on our offense. We got to really play ball control. As you guys have said, Deshaun Watson cut us up the last game. And let's not get it twisted. I mean, Deshaun Watson's had a hell of a year. Okay, he's 4,500 yards passing out there. One of the best passers in the league. I think number 2 in the league in passing. I mean, he's doing his thing. Yes, they don't have Will Fuller, but I think overall on our defense, man, we got to really try to keep our defense off the field, man. I hate to say that. We have to really just play ball control, let Derek continue to eat. Derek might have to get 30 carries this game. Okay, it can't be a situation when it's third down, he's out of the game. If it's 3rd and 2, put him in the game. Keep him in the game, right? Derek need to get his sledding going. His shoes, he needs to have probably 4 pair of shoes for this game because he's got from now to the playoffs, it's going to take 25 to 30 carries guaranteed. It has to happen in order for us to win. If that doesn't happen and we lose ball control, we're not going to. We could lose this football game. That's just being honest, man. You know what I mean? So Derrick Henry,
Arthur Smith is listening right now.
Right. Yep. Let's get that athletic tape on them shoes and them hands and them wrists, and let's get it going, man. Seriously, bro. Seriously, man.
Hey, did you guys see the? Oh, sorry, Drew. Go for it.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead,
Sorry
John.
about that. Also, I would say this:
Rico.
the best way to win, we got to make sure to handle J.J. Watt, David Questenberry. They're gonna have, and Dennis Kelly are gonna have their work cut out for them. Have y'all heard that press conference from J.J. Watt?
I
Got
did.
me a little wondering.
No paper. Yes.
I don't know that defense is suspect. I don't know. That defense is suspect.
Yep. It is.
0
Ken
takeaways
Moore.
in the last. Hey, Ken Moore.
Ken Moore, what's good,
Ken.
bro?
Hey.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, thanks for the invitation, guys. Sorry I'm late. I just saw the email. I just got the email link, so sorry I'm late.
Okay, no worries, man. Welcome to the show. If you want to give those that are watching the show some information about your show, anything that you want to give to them, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can check me out on YouTube at Kmore Sports, and then also on Twitter at Kmore Sports. So once you guys are done with the show here, hop over to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I do the Titans the day after show. So my show usually comes on Monday evening after the game or whatever the day after the game is. So you guys can check me out, and happy to be part of the crew.
Good stuff, man. Well, welcome in, man. Welcome in. So, for those the comments are coming in, man. We're getting some great comments. AZ Mick, Boston Titans saying, "What's going on, Ken Moore, Captain Trips? What a lineup!" I totally agree. We are the the Avengers of the Titans, I guess, of the Titan podcasters, man. You got us all on one show. There we are. Boom. Right? Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So
Hey,
fellas,
that's funny. That's funny.
so Hawk
Yeah.
asked the question, of course, how we can win the game, right?
Oh,
And we don't
okay.
want to get to the point where we have to get to this, but the question has to be asked. How can we lose the game? Okay. Reasons we can lose to the Texans. And we don't want to hear this as Titans Nation or anything like this, but you have to speak in absolutes and reality. We'll start with Ken. Go ahead, shoot me with it, Ken.
Hey guys, well, I'm based in H-Town, right? So,
Yep.
so Deshaun Watson is going to play this week. It looks like they may be without at least 2 of their offensive linemen, maybe 3. So they're doing a lot of shuffling on their offensive line for this game. Whitney Merciless is out with COVID, and then they may have one of their safeties out with COVID as well. So that's a developing situation, a fluid situation going on down here. How can we lose the game? We can lose the game on special teams, obviously, with Kern and Gotskowski possibly not being available. So you don't want to leave it up to the kicking game. And then obviously we all know that Deshaun Watson is a magician with the football. He tortures our defense week after week. So we're going to have to match them point for point. As I mentioned in my show, the first 2 possessions are very critical in this ball game. We have to get up early and not let them feel that they can beat us. If the Texans jump out on top early, it's going to be a long, nervous ball game for everyone. So we got to jump out early, and we got to figure out the special teams, whether we go for 2 every time, which I'm in favor of. Hey, play the odds, go for 2 after every touchdown. And then I would treat 4th downs, hey, if it's 4th and 4 or less, then we need to go for it on 4th down as well, in my opinion. Those are my thoughts.
I agree. What about you, Upload?
Well, hopefully we don't punt again from the 31-yard line, because I still can't figure that one out, guys. I mean, that just still infuriates me. I mean, I don't want to go back anymore, but I just don't know what we're doing. And Vrabel sees what defense we have on the field, for crying out loud. I mean, you weren't going to stop Rodgers to begin with, and on a 4th and 7, you're going to punt from the 31-yard line. I'm not saying, and think about this too real quick. I'm sorry to go off on this. You're punting from the, like, I heard people say, well, you can't kick a field goal in those conditions. I'm not saying kick a field goal. I'm saying go for it. What if the punt, the long snapper over the head of the punter, all those things could have went wrong in that scenario. I didn't think Vrabel played or coached his best game last week, and that is going to be my key of how we can lose to the Texans. Vrabel gets out coached again. It's a possibility. Facts, no paper, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to say that now, but that's my point. It's like, this thing can happen. Vrabel has an ego sometimes. I love him. I don't think he should go anywhere. I love him as a coach, but sometimes he's just got to get off that horse and let it play out. And he's got to trust other people around him. Or maybe that's part of the problem too. He trusts too many people. Arthur Smith, one of them, where you got a 3rd and 2 and you don't have, you guys mentioned earlier, you don't have Derrick Henry on the field. You're going to give the ball to McNichols on a 3rd and 2? No, you're not. You're throwing it. The defense knows it. That's the thing I'm afraid of the most.
Got you. D Weeze, holler at me.
It's defense. The Titans have allowed 300 plus total yards in 25 games. That's the longest streak in the NFL right now. We've allowed 300 plus yards in every game we played in 25 games. This is a dangerous game that we're playing if we don't tighten up that defense. That defense has to be really, really in tune on Sunday, ready to win the AFC Championship. That's what everybody, don't sleep on their defense either, because their defense, like my boy Enforcer was saying, hey, JJ Watt, he was ready. He's ready to go. Best believe that locker room, they probably changed their attitudes for this Sunday. So it's going to be competitive. Last game we was in went to overtime. Who knows what's going to happen this game?
That's right.
But we got to make sure that we stay on top of that defense. Let's try not to allow 300 yards this game, and let's take the AFC title and let's hold it strong, and let's get it where it belongs, right here in Tennessee, baby, right in Nashville. Let's go.
I agree. What about you, Mr. 2Tone?
I think I've been really questioning our offensive line, and their abilities. We saw Tannehill throw 2 interceptions, because the pressure was coming. You know what I mean? And the Texans defense, they have 32 sacks this year. So like D. Weeds just said, don't sleep on this defense. If Tannehill gets off key or gets off balance or gets mistimed by any means, we're in trouble. We're definitely in trouble because I say it all the time. He's a rhythm type of quarterback. He has to play within a confined offense. And if he's taken anywhere outside the confines of our offense, Tennessee Titans football, we're in a bad position. So, Questenberry, Saffold, Nate Davis, Ben Jones, Dennis Kelly, they got to man up. Max protect Tannehill. Max protect that man. Hashtag protect 17. That's going to be our key to winning this football game. Getting that push up front, whether that's run block or pass block. Don't stop blocking until you hear that whistle. We got business to take care of. So I think it starts up front with our offensive line.
Got you. What about you, Truth? Holla at me.
Well, I got 3 numbers for you. First, I'm going to start with 54 for Rashaan Evans. Those stupid penalties will hurt because, for example, in the game against the Packers, you have a chance to get off the field on third down, a major third down. You get the job done, and you have the hands to the face. That penalty kept the drive going. They scored off of that drive. That's points they shouldn't have had. So penalties can hurt in this situation. The second number, 9.2. That's how many yards corners are playing off of wide receivers. You cannot do that, especially if it is 3rd and 5 and you're playing 9 yards off. You're just giving them the first down. And I've said this time and time again. If you play about 3 to 5 yards off the ball, this is something I was taught in high school. You play 3 to 5 yards off the ball, nose to inside eye of the receiver. Number 1, you force them to go outside to beat you. And number 2, you got that 5-yard cushion to put your hands on them. If you're 7 or more yards away, you can't get your hands on them. And the third number is 15. As in, that's how many sacks we got. T.J. Watt of the Steelers got just as many sacks as our whole defense does.
Yep.
Which is humiliating. Last year, and I mean, we were all complaining about sack numbers, and the Titans had 43 sacks last year, and we were complaining about sack numbers. I mean, we're not going to be able to get to the quarterback at all. So that's why Deshaun is playing in this game. So that's why I said earlier, contain as best as you can. But if you let him get loose, it's going to be a nightmare situation, especially if the Dolphins win.
Hey, great. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah. So I'm gonna feed off what Keisha Bible just stated. What's going on, Keisha? So the defense. So I'm looking at, we speaking numbers, right? Titans the truth. So I'm gonna throw another number out there. 98 in Jeffrey Simmons. So I know 2Tone was talking about the offensive line struggling. I feel our defensive line is struggling. I think Jeffrey Simmons has been struggling. I don't know. Again, he tore his ACL last year. I don't know if his body's worn down a bit. I'm not sure. But I really want him to play better in the middle. Okay. And to where he could crowd up space and we can get, some quarterback pressures. See, again, Deshaun Watson had 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. So that lets me know, again, he had a clean pocket. He was throwing the football all day. If we don't get any pressure on Deshaun Watson, and again, if they have the ball a lot longer than us, we're going to lose this ball game. I'm telling you, Houston's going to come in with a purpose. One, I know Deshaun Watson keeps hearing people talking about he shouldn't have made the Pro Bowl, right? So to be honest, he's the guy that got snubbed, Ryan Tannehill, right? He was the Pro Bowl snub. But he's going to have a point to prove. And, he doesn't like losing. J.J. Watt don't like losing. Both of them are leaders of that football team, and they're going to come in with the edge. We can't play down like we did against the Green Bay Packers. Right. There won't be no excuses for that. It's not snowing. We're in a dome. It's not cold. It's showtime. Champions win games like this. They take care of business, and that's what needs to happen for this game. Absolutely.
Right. Let's not play the scenario game, right? Let's just take care of business. Scenarios are meaningless to me. Let's just go out there and take care of what we got to take care of.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Exactly. We take care of our business, then there's nothing else for us to worry about.
That's right.
Win the division. I've been saying this from the beginning of the season. Win the division, get in. Don't worry about everybody else. Win your division, you're in. Literally.
Yep.
And like you said, Hawk, these are games that we're supposed to win. You're supposed to win with authoritative fashion. You're supposed to take over games like this. And with our defense and how our defense has been of late, they've been playing okay of late, but it's a farce. It's a lie. Of course, we know that. Their defensive line, if they get no pressure to Watson has a clean pocket. He barely has receivers to throw to, and that's what scares me. That's how great Watson is. He can make nothing out of something. We seen it last year in the playoffs when he did the Bills.
Yep.
He can do it again. And don't you think Houston would love it, and this would make their year to knock the Titans out of playoff contention. This would make their year. You would think, hey, we would rest our star in Watson. That's not happening. They're going to want to play. JJ is passionate. He's fired up. He wants to get those sacks, literally. And Quinsonberry of late has been struggling. He has been struggling of late. So just to see, hey, JJ coming towards you, hey, Quinsonberry didn't play the first game. This game we're going to have to worry about. So everybody's going to have to be focused. And if the Titans come in here also with a lack of focus, like, hey, this is just another game. This team is easy. We're going to run over and we're going to beat them. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's going to be a long day. And the possibility we might lose this game. And you don't want to see a bunch of PO Titans fans because to me, this will be a waste of a year. You wasted a good offense. Yeah. You wasted 2 good receivers. It's possibly 1,000-yard receivers and almost possibly a 2,000-yard back. So this because you don't know what next year would hold. We don't know if we'll get back to here next year. We don't even know if we'll make the playoffs next year. I mean, I don't know if everybody's seen the schedule, potentially who we're playing next year. We're playing some juggernauts next year. It's going to be tougher next year than what it is this year. So this year we should be thanking the football guys. Next year, we're going to have to strap on our big boy boots and strap our helmets up, and it's time to get the party going. But, I mean, focus. We going to Houston. I mean, guys, this could be the last show of the season, so let's just hope not.
That's what I was telling D-Weed.
It's not going to be. We will be back.
That's why all hands on deck. All hands on deck. I'm
calling it into existence.
Our Sundays are not promised, gentlemen.
That's right. That's right. All hands on deck, man. Hey, let's go. We got to get this win. So what I'm going to do now for those that's on this show, I'm going to ask one more question, and then we're going to open it up to you all that's watching the show. We're going to feed on questions that you guys ask us, and we're going to answer those. But I do have one more question for everybody here on the show. So the playoffs are looming, right? We have the scenario right now where the Tennessee Titans are number 4 in the playoff hunt. They are in the hunt. It's not a clinch situation, unlike Kansas City, Buffalo was going on Rico B, and the Steelers. If the playoffs started today, we would play the Miami Dolphins. But as we know, there could be other scenarios where we can face the Ravens, the Browns, and maybe even the Colts. So the question I want to ask of all of you, and Titan Upload, I'll start with you first, sir. So if we could play a team in the playoffs, who would be your first round playoff wish? So you guys give a team and the reason why you would like to see them in the playoffs.
I can't say the Bengals.
I
want revenge. I want revenge. Okay. No, the Jets are too hot, Truth. Yeah. I don't know if we can beat the Jets right now.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to go with Miami. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. And Truth kind of alluded to this on his show. Tua, I think it's a better matchup with us. I know their defense is really good, but I think our offense would be able to at least manage against their defense, and then the offense, our defense would be better off to stop Miami. Where a lot of people like our pass defense is awful, our pass rush is awful. You know what did us in last week as well is we gave up way too many yards on the ground. That can't happen for this defense. This defense has been improving on stopping the run, but not last week. So give me the Dolphins. But like I said, I think it's going to be the Ravens. And I don't know if I should be scared or not. We match up well against the Ravens, but Lamar Jackson, I think, could go off at any time. That's very concerning for me. And their defense is going to be fully loaded this time, unlike the first time we played them. So I'm hoping Dolphins, but realistically, I think it's going to be Ravens.
Gotcha, man. Okay. Ken Moore, what about for you, sir?
Hey, man, bring on those Ravens, man. We have their number. I think defensively we know how to match up with Lamar Jackson and those guys. I think if you ask Baltimore who they would least like to play, it would be Tennessee. So bring the Ravens on. We have their number. They do not have a good passing game. That's our weakness. They're the one team in the playoffs that struggle throwing the football. Everyone else is pretty good throwing the football. The thing about Miami, they bring in Fitzpatrick. He's a wild card. He'll just be throwing the ball all over the field without any fear. So for me, bring on the team that cannot throw. That's Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
Gotcha, brother. Gotcha, man. Titans and Truth. What about for you, sir?
All right, I'm going to go a little bit different. I'm going to go a little bit different on this one. I agree with Titan up low with Miami. I think that's the better matchup if they keep with Tua. But if they bring Fitz Magic in or Fitz Tragic, there could be a problem. The Ravens, now, Ken, I hear you with the Ravens. The only problem I have with that, and I mean, yes, we match up good with the Ravens. The only thing that scares me is one word, history. And I mentioned this earlier. How many times has the home team won in that series between the Ravens and the Titans? None. The road team has always won in this series. Baltimore came up here, beat us when we were number one. We go to their place, beat them. Eddie George got his revenge. Came here in 2008. We had home field advantage. They beat us. We beat them at their house last year. History says that the road team always wins in this series. That's why I wouldn't go with the Ravens for that one reason, although I do mind the matchup. The matchup for me, I want revenge. I want revenge in the worst possible way. Give me the Cleveland Browns. We owe them a butt kicking of all time. We owe them a butt kicking because there's no way I do not believe they could do to us what they did to us before. And yes, Mayfield, may have his guys back from COVID and things like that. It's just the fact I want revenge. We owe the Cleveland Browns. We were the better team that day. We're a better team coming into that game. There's no way they should have did to what they did to us, what they did, and we owe them one. And I think we will be – Vrabel's good at learning from his mistakes from the first game. We could kick their tail and send them packing the way we should have the first time. Give me the Browns.
Okay. All right. Two-Tone, what's good? What about for you, sir?
So I hate to sound cliche, but at this point, gentlemen, I feel like bring it on. Anybody can get it. Anybody who we're faced with, we got to bring the havoc, bring the noise. At the end of the day, we got to make sure that we have mental preparedness. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we're keyed in on every aspect of the game. But when we go into games thinking that we have an edge over someone, that's when we don't play well. So when we go up against those juggernauts like last year, we had the Patriots in the wild card game, and then we had a big juggernaut in the Ravens. We were favored to lose those games, but look what we did. So I like going up with our back up against the ropes and just going and having to make it happen and just going to prove what we're supposed to do and what we're capable of doing. I mean, we are a solid football team, and no matter who's on the other side of that football, we got to take care of business. And I said, I hate to sound cliche, but these scenarios, I like to just pinpoint in and focus and make sure that we're that team that's going to come out on top, and that takes not being scared of anyone. So whoever's put in front of us, let's take care of them. Plain and simple. That's just my answer. That's my outlook on it. I hate to sound so like I didn't think about it, but that's just the way I approach things. Who's ever in front of me, I'm not running from you. Let's go. Let's go toe to toe. Don't matter what your reputation is, what your record is. Let's go.
All right. D-Weeze.
I gotta agree with my two-tone brother here. Bring it on. Whoever wants it, whoever we end up facing, let's go. I do gotta agree though. The Ravens is the best matchup that I think that's good for us. If we can shut down their leading rusher, who is Lamar Jackson, I think we're gonna have a good game. Now the Browns, I would love to get back at the Browns. And I would love to go against the Dolphins. Rookie quarterback, put him in a situation. He's never been to the playoffs. Let's see what he can do. But statistically speaking, Ravens, but like my brother 2Tone said, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. We got a great coach. We got a Dory back. That's who I'm looking forward to seeing shine and really step up in the playoffs because he's been sitting out all season. I really want to see him get back on his feet, take that Devontae Adams beating, and let's go.
Yes.
Just go up from there. Take that. Let's go. He's like, don't even look in the back. Just keep going forward, baby. Let's go.
Right.
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to Darren Schaefer. What's going on, Darren? Hey, we appreciate the super chat, sir. The Titans will win Sunday, he says. Henry will get 2,000. Tighten up. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's hope we get this win, man. Straight up.
Thanks.
That's dessert. That's dessert though, right?
That is. That's dessert. That's right.
Right.
A little cherry on top.
We can have our cake and eat it too.
Yes. Yeah. So Jacques, what about for you, good brother?
So for me, I was thinking either the Dolphins or the Browns, and I'm gonna tell you why. They're not battle tested. Okay, they haven't been to the playoffs. It's been years since they've been to the playoffs.
Facts, no paper, sir.
Something that we have an advantage over those two teams is we're battle tested. Okay, we've been to the AFC Championship. We clawed and scratched our way to the AFC Championship last year. So with those two teams, with that inexperience and that and with not having a play, I don't see when is the last time the Cleveland Browns been to the playoffs? Was it just 2000, 2003, maybe?
Yeah. It's been a long time.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Exactly. When you have immature teams in the playoffs, they tend to not get the job done, quote unquote, the Bills. Shout out to Rico, right? We seen what happened. One and done, okay? So with those two teams, it gives us an advantage saying, hey, Titans, we've already been here. And I'm with Truth on this one. I want the Browns again. I do. Give me the Browns because we should have won that game just with top-notch fashion. But either give me the Dolphins. If the Browns about to choose one, give me the Browns. Because, like I said, maturity. Our team is more mature. We've been here before. Them, they haven't. So that's going to play a big difference. Playoff football is a different type of football versus when we're in the season. Hey, it's time to strap your big boy boots on and strap up. So that's for me. Give me the Browns, man.
Gotcha, dude. Gotcha, man. Shout out to Jonathan Donahue. He said, hey, guys, where's Sports Fan Entertainment? Yeah, we got to reach out to him. I agree. That man should be with you guys as well. Okay, he says, question, do we resign Desmond or Clowney if you had to pick? So let's open it up. Hey, appreciate the super chat as well, Jonathan. Let's open the floor. So what should we do, guys? Anyone can answer it, man.
Neither. Desmond King has been a train wreck. I mean, he was good for a couple of games where we needed him, but we got Christian Fulton that we're developing for that slot corner spot, so Desmond King can walk. And then Clowney, hey, I was happy when he came, but he can't stay healthy, so he's got to find somewhere else to go. So neither for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say of the two, I was as happy as everybody else when Clowney came on board, but I don't think you can bring back Clowney at this situation. I think we either trade for a big pass rusher like what the Colts have done, and do I would say get Desmond King back. I mean, and this is why I would say that. I hear what you're saying, Ken, and I agree, but I think he just got to the team. I think if we have better coaching and get a defensive coordinator in, I think he will do better with some good coaching. And also, he does bring value in special teams. He could have a year as the punt returner, which could be very helpful to us going forward instead of Khalif Raymond or going back to Adoree Jackson. I mean, Darrington Evans is a possibility back there too because he did well with kickoff returns. But I would say Desmond King, because you gave up a 6th-round pick for him, at least give a little bit of value with Desmond King because you can't have enough corners because we're going to need them in the passing league. Clowney can walk. We'll get a better pass rusher, hopefully, at some point. But that's just me.
Okay. Well, I tell you this, y'all. this is what I would say about. Of the two, I would say Desmond King. I would say, hey, we got to cut down that contract a little bit, right? It might take a few $100,000 off that final price. And even for Clowney, like, he's getting paid too much money, no question about that, right? He'd have to take a significant pay cut, even still a 1-year prove-it deal, like, almost maybe $8 million, right? Because Clowney did not have a sack, no question about that, right? I saw effort from Clowney, right? Just no discipline from Clowney. And so, of course, he did not deserve the contract that he got. And, and I don't know if he'll test the market, of course, and I think he's going to get his heart broken when he thinks he can make the same amount that he's getting paid here. He's going to have to lower his expectations. Ball out next year. See, I think if you say, hey, $7.5 million, come on back, right? That should put in his mind and say, I gotta step up my game. I got to get back to what I was making, right? I'm driving a Bentley now. Now I'm driving a Toyota. So now I got to figure out what can I do to get that Bentley back. So I think, I would prefer Desmond King if we do bring Clowney back. Hey, that paper, that contract number needs to come down a whole lot for next year, man.
I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you. If we can use a discount or a promo code on those two gentlemen, yeah, definitely. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
50% off.
We get a BOGO, buy one, get one free.
You got that early subscription. You can register now. You get 50% off.
I would say this for depth. I would bring back King just for cornerback depth because you don't know if Ty Smith's going to be gone or whatever, just for depth. But I wouldn't bring him back on a high price tag. And Clowney, he's going to have to come down. But I go back to truth, man. We don't have a defensive coordinator. Imagine if we had a DC, what type of potential the DC can bring out of both of these players, even Beasley, but he wasn't no hope. But I mean, just with those two players, you put them in the right positions to succeed. That's what happens when you have a DC, but not having a DC, they're just running wild. But if I had to choose, it'll be King, just strictly depth. We have Fulton. If somebody goes down, the example with Dory Jackson. Imagine if he goes down, we ride with Fulton. If Fulton gets hurt, hey, who we riding with then? So I trust King in that situation. I wouldn't break the bank, but I mean, I would at least bring him back as depth.
Yep. So Dirt Spawn says, should we save that money for Jayon Brown, Corey Davis, and other players, or what do y'all think?
Corey Davis.
You aren't going to afford Jayon Brown. I'm telling you guys that right now. You're not going to be. J-Rob's not going to pay that kind of money for that. Not that position.
I agree.
Fans are going to be heartbroken. I'm telling you.
That's why we got David Long. That's why David Long.
Injury might bring his value down a little. Maybe a little, but I see what you're saying. Corey D, we could probably get back.
We could afford him. That's why David Long is playing. I mean, think about it. David Long is actually playing pretty well. He's Jayon Brown's clone, just faster.
Right, exactly. Right? I was just about to say that. Like y'all said, they're clones for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not getting Corey Davis back either, guys.
It's gonna be tough.
He's going home.
Don't say that.
I feel
sorry.
the same. Michigan, right?
I just want real quick. I mean, Corey Davis, if you put it, I mean, we all agree he's got talent, right?
Yep.
You got to throw him the ball. And how many times did Ryan Tannehill, he zeroes in on A.J. Brown? He did it against Packers. If you looked at a couple of those replays, Corey Davis is wide open coming across the middle of the field.
Right.
Like, they threw it to him one stinking time, and a lot of people want to get on Corey Davis for that, but he's a 50-50 guy. You got to throw him the ball, and you got to get him involved early. We're not going to forget this. I'm telling you. And plus, with the whole thing going on, did someone mention he had a baby today?
Yeah.
He had a baby today.
Yes.
He's a family guy. I know that for a fact. We all know what happened, so with Titus. I'm telling you, he's going home. I don't know if it's going to be with the Bears, but it's going to be somebody closer to home. That's what I'm feeling.
Gotcha.
And I want him back. He's my favorite player. You guys.
He definitely was. He was
I know he's been your
frustrated on
favorite
Sunday.
player for a while. That is right.
Right. He was frustrated on Sunday with Tannehill. You can see it.
Yes,
you can see it. Tannehill's a one read kind of guy, which is why I'm saying if we get thrown off our timing at all, we're not in a good position. It's gonna be a long day wherever we're at.
Exactly, especially if the game is cold. Like when we play the Browns or the Bills somewhere, even Baltimore when it's really cold. That's gonna be an issue. So let's play Miami. Well, they'd be in Nashville. But
Right.
So Keisha Bible asked,
go ahead.
What do y'all think about? Okay, what do y'all think about trying or trading for J.J. Watt for next year?
If the price is right,
he'll give more effort.
Yep.
No.
2
What did that say? Upload.
We've been through this rodeo before. We've been through this. We get these older guys. We think they're going to work. They don't. They break down, and we have no young talent. That's the problem. Ken Moore knows. How much does Landry play, Ken? How much Landry play?
Landry played 95% of the snaps on Sunday.
Yeah.
And there is
no wonder why Clowney got hurt.
Problems. Yeah, there's two problems. Injury is one problem. Now, I would love J.J. Watt. Don't get me wrong, because the guy's going to bring it, and he is a terror. But he is injury prone. And number two, the one team you're going to have to worry about possibly getting him even more is Pittsburgh. He has made it perfectly clear. He would love to go play with his brothers. Both of his brothers play for Pittsburgh. He would love nothing more than to join them up there in Pittsburgh, and that would make Pittsburgh even more deadly on defense, as far as that is concerned. He wants to play with his brothers, but, I would take a look. But Teron Davenport, I think on one of his shows on Jared the GM, on Jared Stillman and Company, rather, a few days ago, he said, monitor the situation with San Francisco with D Ford. Monitor that situation. They got a lot of good defensive linemen, but they're not going to be able to hold on to all of them. So we might be able to pick one of those guys, maybe a D Ford. I don't know about a Nick Bosa or anything like that, but maybe one of those guys could become available, but just my thought on that.
That's a good point. I ain't never thought about it like that. I see that, man. I see that.
Right.
Yep.
We're going to have to trade. We're going to have to go after a big pass rusher like what the Colts did to get DeForest Buckner, like what 49ers did to get D Ford. We're going to be picking very low in the draft. And, I looked at some early mock draft.
Hey, speaking of draft, Mighty Hydra 24 asks, is there a good pass rusher in the upcoming draft? Go ahead and take it, Truth.
Well, there are some good – there may be some good ones. I got to do my homework, obviously. Like Tighten Up Low, we'll have to get with our guy, our guy who's a good draft guy,
Ryan.
Is that, maybe that Rougeau kid out of Miami, but he's going to be high up. Maybe Roche from Miami is another guy. I have to really do some research on some of these guys. I think there's a guy from Pittsburgh. Jones, I heard, is a good one. So there's a couple, but it depends on where we're drafting. And we're going to be drafting very low, which I think that is where we can make a trade. We could give up that first-round pick for a big-time experienced pass rusher, if something's not there.
Speaking of Mike Vrabel, here he goes. Can we get Bud Dupree? Mike is asking.
Yeah.
I mean, more guys coming off an injury, man. Bud Dupree is a good football player, but he's coming off a significant injury.
Yes.
And you got to worry about him being ready for training camp and rehab. And I just don't want to go through that again, considering what we just went through with Clowney. So I would rather just draft the guy. If there's a young stud out there on the free agent market that we can go get that doesn't have an injury history, I would be down with that. But I just don't want to deal with this injury carousel again next year, man. We got to get some guys that come in with a clean bill of health. If they get injured during the season, that's one thing. But to come in already with baggage, I think that's a recipe for a disaster.
Understood. Well, Jacques knows how I feel about this in the draft. It's very difficult to draft a really good pass rusher that late in the draft. Most of your really good pass rushers are like top 10 picks, right? Every so often you might pick a J.J. Watt late, you know what I'm saying? But it's very difficult to get a prime pass rusher to say he's going to be a starter as soon as he gets on the field, right? If he's a 20th or 25th pick or something, right? Most of those guys are Chase Youngs, right? As soon as he got drafted by the Redskins, you knew he was going to be their best defensive end, right? Matter of fact, their whole D-line of early first-round picks, that's why the Redskins or the football team is the number 3 defense in the league, right? So, if we do draft a D lineman, I would love to get a pass rusher. If there's one available, take them. But I'd rather get a big old plug holder that late in the first round, man. A guy that can control the middle so other guys can eat, man. But, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Not a bad idea.
Hey. Titan Tiger says maybe we should trade our scouts. Then we would not be fumbling around who to bring in.
Yeah. This, hey, y'all, this draft class, and it could be because of the pandemic, this draft class is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it had nothing to do with the pandemic, man.
Who would y'all think is the rookie of the year? Who would be rookie of the year on our team this year?
Woo!
Look at that.
Chris
Look at us. See?
Chris
See?
Jackson.
Who?
What'd you say, Ken? Chris Jackson?
Chris Jackson.
That's bad. That's terrible. Right?
I'll just be like, nobody.
Nobody.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Can we take a
that
pass
Keith
this
Sweat,
year?
man. That Keith
What the
Sweat, man.
kids say, go to
We're
home draft
begging.
class play.
It might be Westbrook, guys, and he didn't even get drafted.
Yes, right.
True.
Right.
Upload.
Yes.
Good point.
Westbrook, yes.
He made
Yes.
plays.
And he's got like 4 catches only, right?
Hey,
But he,
doing great on
On
Hey, key
special
moments.
teams, too. On
Yes,
special
he is.
teams, yeah. Like,
And Tart.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tart hasn't been
Tart.
bad as well.
Love Tart.
yeah, Tierre Tart to be undrafted.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Right.
played
That's
better than
bad.
the undrafted guys. Have played
Yes.
better than the drafted guys.
Yes, that's
But he's
bad.
he's
man.
another
That's bad.
bonehead. He's another bonehead, though. He just
He
reminds
is.
me of Rashawn Evans. You know, he does some really stupid things that just hurt us. You know.
Yep.
That's
Both
true.
of them,
kills us.
when they get their butts kicked, that's when they become boneheads. You notice that?
Right.
When Rashawn
Yeah.
Evans gets blocked down the field and gets manhandled, that's when he loses his mind for a second. I'm like, bro, you just got beat. Get up, play the next play, man.
So, hey, Hawk, I know you say this Hawk screams this all the time. Maybe we should get rid of the 3-4 and switch to a 4-3.
Yes.
What do you guys think about that?
Wouldn't hurt.
We
Yeah, it definitely
Hey.
wouldn't hurt.
Try
Titans
anything.
defenses of old were dominant.
Yes. Yeah.
That's true.
Tight-
They were
Yep.
4-3.
Titans defenses of old were dominant in the 4-3.
Right.
We were very good in the 4-3.
Mhm. It's a simple defense. It's a very simple defense. You don't have to do too much thinking in a 4-3. Literally.
Right.
3-4, you got to do a lot of thinking, a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving pieces.
And why not, right?
I want to
mean,
throw a question out. Yeah.
Yep. Why not? I mean, we suck right now on defense. I mean, 28th in the league. I mean, why not?
Go ahead, Truth. You said you were going to throw a question.
Let me throw something out there for y'all right quick. And this is something I thought of as a theory. Let's say, would y'all be against this idea? If at the right price, you could bring back Jayon Brown, at the right price, team him up with David Long, would you consider getting rid of Rashawn Evans, trading him out? Because the reason why I say this, Titans got to make a decision if they're going to pick up his 5th-year option in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be time for us to say, you know what? We're going to make sure Jayon gets paid because he deserves the money. David Long is improved. Put them together because they both can help in the run and can cover. And just say, Rashawn, we thank you for your services. We trading you out of there. And maybe see if you can get a 3rd or 4th round pick, something of value for him. What would y'all think? Am I stupid and crazy to even consider that?
No. I've been telling Hawk this for a couple of weeks now. I think we should draft a playmaking linebacker for that reason. Rashawn hasn't panned out to what he was supposed to be when he got drafted. We watched film, we watched tape. Rashawn Evans can actually somewhat rush the passer. To me, he's not your prototypical linebacker. I mean, he's there to stop the run. Rashawn Evans does not do a good job at all at stopping the run, literally. So, Truth, you're not crazy. I would like to actually draft a linebacker. If it's not this draft, maybe the next draft, but at least a playmaking line draft or somebody I'm trying to even think of who is in the draft right now. Ugh.
You could have had Queen last year.
Yeah, Patrick
possibly.
Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went with Wilson, so we know how that went. But
Right.
That was the
Even
dumbest
Phillip-
pick I've ever seen.
Even Phillips that got drafted by the Browns, he's from Nashville. I mean, there were linebackers out there. But, man, no, I think Rashawn Evans has underperformed. You know, I think he's in the wrong scheme. I think some Boston Titans says the Pats would take Evans. He'd go to New England and probably ball out.
He would.
Honestly, because he has ability. You know, even Nick Saban, who doesn't really, gives a lot of, compliments to players that come out of the draft. He spoke so well about Rashawn Evans. It's just like he was the best defensive player he's ever coached. That says a lot, right? I just think he's in the wrong scheme. I do. I really do. I do, man.
4-3 scheme, maybe.
Yeah, we put him out there like he can cover, and that's not his strength. He's very
Oh,
weak.
no.
He can't even.
Definitely.
If a punter went out there to go catch a pass, he couldn't cover a punter.
No.
Yep. An offensive guard goes lines up in receiver, a tight end, a guard, right? I'm like, that's gonna be a catch. Double team, Byard, where you at? Right? Yeah.
Well, we got to do this first, guys. This is what we first got to do. I mean, draft them, pick them up. I don't care what we do. That's number one priority in the offseason. Not anything else is to get a defensive coordinator. Let me ask you this question. Who would y'all prefer? Who would you want as a defensive coordinator? We know we got Patricia out there. Lovie Smith is out there. You have several decent coordinators right now that are defensive coordinators, but is there anybody in mind that y'all think that y'all would want to have as a DC?
I think Wade Phillips would do a great job if we brought him in. He's a guy that usually is good his first couple of years in turning around a defense. Obviously, he's an older gentleman, so you have to be concerned about the age situation, but he's been out of football for a year or two now, and he's commented down here in the Houston area that he would like to get back into coaching. So Wade Phillips, I think, would be an excellent choice to come in as our defensive coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go in it. What about
I would
those that
jump in and
are?
say this.
Oh, go ahead, Titan the Truth. Go ahead, sir.
My bad. I would say this. Lovie Smith is out there. I believe he runs a 4.3, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Former Bears coach. I mean, he would be a good choice. But for me, if I'm Mike Vrabel, swallow that arrogant pride. I don't care what you got to do. You need to go to Dean Pease's house, knock on the door hard, and be on your knees. I mean, you should be on your knees, be like, Dean Pease, we are needing you to come back. I'll give you whatever you want. Come back to us. Just give us about 3 years. And bring a protege that we can train up for you to replace. So that when you retire again for good, we are in a good situation. I would get on my hands and knees and practically I would bend the knee to Dean Pease and beg him to come back.
Didn't he say he wanted to come back too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Dean Pease is still here in Nashville. He's here. He goes to the games. He's here. I mean, he's a phone call away, I'm sure, man.
If not Dean Pease, Lovie Smith. I like Lovie Smith. I like his approach. I love his aggressiveness and just his experience alone. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Truth, man. Definitely be knocking at his door, man. Begging his wife. I mean, it's definitely his wife, that's saying, hey, nah, Dean, you can't go out to play today.
hey, he's 71. You got a bedtime, man.
Right.
Hey, you guys know one guy that wouldn't mind sending the blitz is Greg Williams. He'll send the house out there.
Hey, Max, no paper.
I know. Hey,
I miss this guy too. I miss Kerry Combs.
Kerry Combs.
Yeah, Kerry Combs. I miss him too.
Yep, me too.
He would be a good defensive coordinator.
He was a firecracker, man.
Yep. That's true.
He's a firecracker, man, and brought the energy day in and day out.
He did. And you guys see on the sideline, Kevin Byard, Malcolm Butler, those guys looking at each other like, bro, what are you doing? Like, everyone is just frustrated. There's no leader. Mike Vrabel can't lead the defense when the offense is back onto the field. He can't say, well, let me leave this alone and get back here, right? They have to have some type of leadership. And it's sad. And, all the podcasters here on the show will say, and been saying since the start of the season, our biggest concern was the fact we have no defensive coordinator. We knew this before the season even started. And look what's happening, right? We saw even last year how well Dean Pease coached as to why we won football games because, we gave the footprint to the Patriots and to the Ravens in the playoffs. That's Dean Pease, right? So, yeah.
That's where he's at.
And I say this all the time. If it was one or two players that are struggling, okay, I understand execution is a part of the plan. It's probably that one or two player that needs to step up and play a little bit better. But if you're seeing your entire unit struggling, from the D-line to the linebackers to the corners to the safeties, wouldn't you think there's got to be some type of coaching issue? It's got to be, I would think.
Yep.
Fired.
That
Has he got any better this year?
Nope.
Evans. Nope. Evans actually got worse.
Yep.
And you go down the line.
Digress.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Dean Pease was a leader of men, and that's what we're lacking right now.
Yep.
We have no leader.
Who do you guys? I mean, you think about the Pro Bowl. You know, no one got snubbed on our defense for the Pro Bowl. Okay, so let's make that good and clear. Okay? There was no snub. There was no. Oh man, they should have made it. Hell no, no one should have made it on our defense. What would you guys say? Who's been our best defensive player this year? Though, who's been
Malcolm Butler?
Same for me. Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler. Yeah.
Malcolm Butler. Facts.
Stats show it.
Big
stats. I mean, energy, effort. Yeah.
Yep.
Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler. I totally agree, dude. Totally.
Is he coming back next year for $12 million or whatever it is? 13.
Ooh.
You guys bringing him back?
I think
It's the Logan Ryan effect. Would you bring him back?
The question is, does he want to come back? You know, him and his agent might have something totally different in mind that we don't know about.
That is true.
Well, he's under contract, so it's the Titans' option, though. So he really doesn't have a choice.
Okay.
They might try to restructure him. They may try to restructure that a little bit. Maybe bring it down a little bit from that 12, maybe to 10 or something like that. Maybe see if he'll do that. Have a little extra money to take care of some other places. But right now, we may not have a choice.
Right.
It's not happening, Truth. He's not taking it. You're not taking it. Just like Logan Ryan said, he wasn't taking a pay cut. Guys are not taking a pay cut at that point in their career when they had a productive season. Now, if they're coming off an injury or they had an unproductive season, that's when you'll see guys take a pay cut. If the Titans don't honor that $12 million, he'll go to free agency and he'll go get his money somewhere else.
That's right.
That's right. Could it be a Casey? Trade him for a 7th rounder.
Yeah, I know that, man.
Yeah,
how much are we regretting that? We are regretting that to this day.
And Logan's getting his money too. Logan Ryan is.
Yeah. Got a 3-year extension. He got a 3-year contract extension.
Yep.
He's $10 million.
And he's a great dude.
He is.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
He is.
Right.
Terrific.
Yep. And committed to community service and all. Yeah.
Yep. I saw when that trade with Jarrell happened. I mean, my business sense understood it, but then my fan sense was like, "What?
Yep.
Are we serious? You couldn't work something out with him?"
Yep.
I'm like, I would have still probably went out to Clowney, but instead of Beasley, I would have kept Jarrell.
Right. Awesome point, man. Awesome point. I mean, and you know, when you look at Vic Beasley, he's barely playing for the Raiders. You know, so that's let you know, hey, he's not it. His career, he might have one more shot somewhere for like $2 million, and then that's it for him.
That might be all he wants. That might be all he wants, though. You know,
that's true too. That's true.
He just wants a payday.
Let him scout team.
Because
you don't want to play.
Yep. Some people don't realize just because you are an NFL player and you're making a lot of money doesn't mean that's your passion. And I've always felt that about Vic Beasley. That's not his passion, right? You can see it. And sometimes you're blessed with size, speed, and ability.
Right.
And, you know, just like a piano player, they might just know how to play the piano. They've been doing it since they were 2 years old, but when they turn 21, they don't want to do it anymore, right? That's not their passion. And I think that's Vic Beasley. So
I agree.
Yep.
Yep.
So those that are watching the show, again, hey, click that like button. You know, make sure you subscribe to all of our channels, Tennessee Titans Weekly, Titans in Truth, Titan Upload, Kenmore Sports, and 2ToneZone. Subscribe to our channels, folks. You will not be disappointed at all, man. Watch the shows, bro. Seriously.
Right. Hey, Hawk.
Yeah, make sure you go to Teespring and check out some gear, too.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Hey, you know I had to bring a quiz on the show for you, man.
Go ahead.
Okay. I had to bring the quiz in, man.
Bring the quiz in, sir. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Hey, this quiz is directly Texans and Titans football only.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. I got 4 options for each question. You guys tell me what you think. I'll let you know if you get it right or not. All right.
All right.
People in the comment section participate too.
All right. All right, so this is for everybody. 2Tone, you too. I know you be over here trying to steal on my questions, man. This was for you too, because I know you don't got these answers, all right?
I'm no thief now. I'm no thief, man. I'm just knowledgeable, you know, no thief.
All right, so hey, last year, almost a year and a day ago, the Texans and the Titans played. All right. Who had the longest play in that game? Was it A.J. Brown, Corey Davis, Derrick Henry, or Tannehill?
AJ Brown, Arthur Juan Brown.
Yeah, it was AJ. The corner touchdown.
Yep, I think
That
so.
corner catch. I would. No, actually, I'm gonna go with the king. I'm gonna go with the beast on that one. That run that set him up. That won the rushing title. I think that was 53 yards.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with E, which would be Tannehill throwing to AJ Brown.
Kenmore.
This is AJ Brown, bro, on that catch and run.
Two-tone.
Also, AJ Brown.
We have a lot of AJ Brown answers on here. Danko
Man.
Hawkins, Derrick Henry. That's a Derrick Henry one right there. Okay.
Uh-oh. Hey, Hawkins and Mr. Titans Truth is correct. Derrick Henry, 53 yards in that game.
Okay. Derrick Henry,
all
the
right.
king.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, let's go to the second question. In the first meeting, November 10th, 2002, who had the longest play in that game? Eddie George,
Oh, that's an easy one.
my boy D. Mason, Steve McNair, or Kevin Dyson?
2002, huh?
First meeting, November 10th, 2002.
I'm not going to go with the obvious three, so I'm going to say Kevin Dyson. I'm just going to take a wild card and just say that one.
Eddie didn't have too many people. I'm going Steve.
I think I'm gonna go with Steve on this one too.
Derek Mason from me.
I'm gonna go with Mason.
Mason.
Final answers.
Yes.
Everybody will switch it up.
We got a lot of Derek Masons and Eddie George answers. We got a few Steve McNair answers. What's up, the coach plays? What's up? What's going on, guy?
Steve McNair.
Oh, man.
Rushing yards.
There we go,
It
True.
was a rushing play. 22 yards.
There we go.
He got
Jordan
George.
had too many big runs.
Steve
You got the juice
McNair.
now. You got the juice, man.
Eddie George missed one with 14 yards. All right, so we're going to switch it up now.
All right.
How many games has Deshaun Watson played against the Titans? Is it 7? Is it 4? Is it 8 or 3?
7.
7.
7.
He sat out last year.
7.
And more. Come on. You in Houston, baby. Let me know what's up.
I know I got to figure this out. This is his 4th year. What 7? And what was the next lowest number under that?
7, 4, 8, 3.
I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
Did
I'm gonna
everybody
go 4-2. I'm changing my mind
You put 4?
because he missed the Week 17 game.
Like 4, because he got hurt early his second year, and he didn't play against us at all that season. He missed the game last year, and I'm sure there was another one in there somewhere.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna say 4.
I'm going 4-2.
Okay.
3.
7.
He's
We
2-1.
going to 3.
2-1 versus the Titans. 2-1 versus the Titans.
Wow. Me and Jacques, we went to the game last year when we played against them last year in Nashville and went to the game. Deshaun Watson was unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, he's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a bad dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Deshaun
is.
Watson's a beast, man.
He's a bad dude.
Right.
He's a
real
bad dude,
mind.
bro. So
Hey, how do you
Yes, he is.
how do you feel if you're the Bears? They didn't even call him and do a pre-draft
Man.
thing with the guy. That's
I know,
awful.
man. Terrible.
I mean, the Bears didn't look at Watson or Mahomes.
Right.
That's insane.
Themselves.
Think if they had with the Bears defense is unbelievable. If they had a quarterback, oh my gosh, man. Bears would
If
be a problem.
if was a fifth, man, you already know.
Those Titans, they had that defense.
Yep.
I got two more. I got two more for you.
All right.
On December 10th, 2006, the game went to overtime.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Uh-oh.
We think.
Come on, upload.
It's an easy one.
Sorry.
Who scored the final points to make the Titans win the game?
No choices.
Yeah.
No choices on this one.
No. No. You ready? No.
I wanted to at least say my Baronis. I want to give you the options, but it looks like you already know.
VY.
All right.
In his hometown.
All right, you guys got me on that one.
Yeah, I was at that game.
All right, I'm gonna end on the King question. I'm ending on the King. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to the game last year on December 29th of 2019. How many touchdowns did Derrick Henry score?
2.
Was it 4?
Yep.
2.
2?
Yep.
3? Or 1?
It was 2.
Those, man.
It was 2. Yeah.
Yep.
Final answers?
Yep. Final answer, sir.
Everybody saying 2.
Final answer, Regis. Final answer.
No lifeline.
No.
3. Really?
Hey.
Okay. Hopefully he'll get 3 this game against the Texans, man.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
We need it.
Wait.
That.
You weren't talking about the first time? You weren't talking about this year?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
talking
My bad.
about-
Yeah,
2019.
2019. Yeah, 2019.
29,
When he won a rush title.
Wow. Hey, man. Hey, D-Weeze, we appreciate that, bro. Hey, man, I love quizzes, man. It's continuing to, learn and learn, man. I appreciate that, man. Real talk.
That's that 2ToneZone trivia, man. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Wow. Speaking of anyone else want to add, what they do to their show to the show today, man? Hey, I know everyone has their segment that they do, so
Well,
pick your brain, anything like that.
hey, anybody want to pick my brain? I'm good with that.
Okay.
Like I said, who do y'all think is the dunce of the day from the game? Because there was too many nominees that I could go through for that one. I mean,
That's hilarious, man.
only 1 star. I gave it to David Long. I gave it to David Long as the 1 star.
Got you. On your show earlier, I typed in Arthur Smith into the comments. I think he was the dunce of the day, man.
You
Good
did.
point, bro. Yeah.
There was some terrible decision making. Decision making.
Yeah.
Run the ball.
I mean-
Run the ball with Derrick.
Yep.
Exactly.
And especially he only had 98 yards. He had 98 yards, man. Give that man 2 more yards. Give me some more. What are you thinking over there? Let my man get 100.
Yeah, give him 100.
Yeah. Yes.
Mine was Mike Vrabel. You win the toss and you defer and give Aaron Rodgers the football first.
Good point.
You don't do that, bro. Get the ball to your offense, go down and score, set the tone for the football game. You put the ball in the other guy's hand, the best quarterback in the league, against our horrible defense. That set the tone for the entire night. The game was lost right there when he deferred, in my opinion.
Yeah. I tell you who I think was the dunce of the day, man. And I'm not going to say as to why we lost the game was because of this reason, but I think the refs were the dunces of the day too, man. The refs had a bad game.
They were honorable mention. They deserved it.
Horrible. Yeah, they were horrible.
All
We still
7
would have
of them.
lost. We still would have
All
lost.
7 of them. Right.
Yes, they were bad. They were bad. If the game was, if we lost like by 2 points, then yeah, we can have a discussion as to how the refs played a factor. But guys, we got smoked, man. So
right. It was just the timing. It was the ill timing of the bad calls. That's what threw us off. It took all of our momentum away. Once we got cooking, once the fire got going, here's somebody come with a fire extinguisher. That's the refs.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And I mean, that is true. I think the refs definitely played a part in all of that. They are definitely an honorable mention with that. And I'm gonna go out. I have to call out some peeps. So I'm like this. If anybody who thought the snow was not a factor, something ain't right with it. The snow was definitely a factor. The snow was a weapon. The snow was a weapon for Green Bay. I know there are people that'll say, well, we had to play in it, but they got to play in it too. Here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers has been playing in Green Bay for over 15 years. The dude is used to snow. Tighten up load. He can test to this. You're living in Illinois. If you're around snow a lot, you're going to get used to how it works. You'll know how to drive on snow. I mean, if you've never done it before, you say, I can drive on snow. I can do that just fine. No, saying that you can drive in snow and actually doing it are two different things. You cannot drive on snow at 40 miles an hour. Like, I could be at a friend's house or something like that, and normally it might take me 15, 20 minutes to get home. In snow, it's going to take you at least an hour to get home. So snow is a factor. If you're not used to playing in it, you may not play well in it. And so snow was a weapon.
Yeah. Agreed, man. Because it don't snow like that at all here in Nashville. It doesn't. At all.
Just ice storm.
In February.
Yep.
In February.
It'll snow in March at that. It'll snow in the oddest times.
Right. That's right. Yep. So for those who are watching the show, we got 10 more minutes, man. We want to, continue to, keep the comments coming through. Again, we appreciate everyone. A lot of activity in the comments section. We can take a few questions from the commenters. If you guys have a question, hey, throw it up there. We'll answer it, man. We will answer it. And again, all the information for everyone that's on this show will be listed here. Subscribe to their channels. Click that like button as well. Hey, tighten up, man. Tighten up. Let's get to the playoffs, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Titan gang, don't bang.
Sir. I'm down.
We got a Colts fan in here, Chris Johnson. Okay.
Hey, Chris Johnson. That's our boy, man. He's a part of all right there. Shows, man. That's
okay.
Boy.
Yeah.
Chris always got something to say, and we always enjoy it. Absolutely.
Hey, Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, would you guys say the Colts fans are the most, maybe even the Ravens, the fans that have the most excuses as to why they lose? It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable. On our show, like any comment section and DMs, oh, we lost because of this. You didn't talk about this. I'm like, those are excuses, man. Hey,
right.
Play ball.
Control what you can. Hey, the refs, man. They play a big factor in the game, but only thing we can control is our attitude and effort. And if those two things ain't there, can't blame the refs, man. That's on us, or y'all.
Yep.
I would say this: the Cowboy fans are some of the worst. Cowboy fans are some of the worst around. Like, I have good friends who are Cowboy fans, and I give them respect and everything. But I tell them, look, y'all need to talk to some of your fellow Cowboy fans because they're crazy. They think they're the center of the universe. I'm like, y'all are not America's team anymore.
Right.
Not at all.
Jeremiah Robinson asked, would Dwayne Haskins do well in our offense?
No.
Get his mind right. Get his mind right.
No. Dwayne Haskins he's not
Isaiah,
good.
He's immature. He's just like Isaiah Wilson.
Exactly.
It's not worse.
It's not worse. Exactly. That's right. No. It's mental. No. It's mental.
Right.
If Minshew gets out of Jacksonville, I'll take Minshew over
Bring him.
Dwayne Haskins.
Gardner Minshew grew up a Titans fan. He's from Mississippi, and where he's from in Mississippi is not that far from Nashville. Bring him through, man.
Hey, he would be a good backup.
Yes, he'd be a heck of a backup. Yes.
Not happening. Logan Woodside loyalty factor. It's not. They're in love with Logan Woodside. Come on.
Yeah.
Logan Woodside, man. Oh
Kick
gosh.
Logan Woodside to the curb.
Don't get us
One
started
for
on
one
Logan
this year.
Woodside. Yeah.
So that, the fake
That
punt
was a
were
good snap
good.
on that fake punt.
The fake punt were good.
He should play defense.
So Keith asks, how do you guys think we'll do without Gronkowski and Kern?
Hopefully we don't gotta use them.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
Go for two.
go for two.
Go for two.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's get more.
Exactly.
Every drive is a
What
touchdown.
Ken said.
Every drive is a touchdown.
Expect Romeo Cornell to come in playing aggressive though. You know, so definitely go for two and take advantage of every opportunity given.
Agreed,
I
man.
agree.
Hey,
I
Beal,
think it will be an impact to the game, though, them not playing. It would definitely impact the game. It's a major impact, actually, but hopefully we don't need them, like you said.
Beal's been asking about snacks. I believe he just got signed with Green Bay. Green Bay put a claim on him.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
And that's the frustrating part too.
Yeah.
We know our defensive line's beat up, and this is where J-Rob is just so passive this year. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Other than King,
I have noticed that a
just
lot.
lets everything roll by.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes,
Buffalo,
I mean,
you were talking about snacks early in the year, my man.
yeah, you were.
They don't. Yeah,
I
they could
agree.
have had him at any point. The guy wants to play too.
Could have had him.
Yep.
Could have had him. Could have had Clay. I know Tax McKinley wasn't very good, but better than anything we got right
Better
now.
than we got,
I
exactly.
mean,
Carlos
I agree.
Dunlap.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll take him
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody.
can I give a shout out? Can I give a
Everson
shout out real quick
Griffin?
to the folks in the comments? Hey, they're bringing some heat in the comments.
They
section,
are.
man.
They are.
I'm
They
over
are.
here
Hey, I'm
dying
over
right now.
here. Hey,
Yes, they
Mike,
are.
we will do
Yes,
a show
they
like
are.
this again.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
if we hopefully we go to the Super Bowl. If we win a Super Bowl, definitely.
Boy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
To the
We go
Memphis,
to the Super
to the
Bowl.
Memphis and Mississippi peoples.
Yep.
But
Was
hey,
it?
hey, Two-Tone, these comments are hilarious, man.
Yeah, man, they have me rolling over here, man. I love it. Keep it coming. Keep it
Yes,
coming.
sir.
Oh, these comments
Yeah.
are hilarious.
I am liking
Kenny
that.
Stills too.
I
Hey,
am liking that.
T-Tom Brown. Hey, Kenny Stills. We could bring in Kenny
Yup.
Stills.
Hey,
Nah, Kenny Stills is
Yup.
signed.
Kenny
Kenny
Stills
Stills getting
is
signed by
in Buffalo today for a try.
right Buffalo.
Imagine
That's
that.
right.
Imagine giving
Ooh.
Josh another repping.
Yep.
And Kenny,
Mm.
he already got Diggs.
Right.
Yeah.
Go.
And Kenny
And
Stills knows by
Beasley.
Ryan Tannehill. They play together in Miami.
They did.
And we got AJ Brown
Yup.
walking around on one leg. If something
Yes.
happens to AJ
Yeah.
Brown, Adam Humphries is already out.
Right.
Then what are we gonna do?
Khalifa
Yeah.
Raymond.
Westbrook.
Well, Vrabel did say.
Yeah.
Vrabel did say in the
Oh,
draft
no,
today.
wait a minute. Kenny- Not Raymond.
Since
Well,
Minnesota,
yeah.
they don't use him anymore.
I know,
Two-Tone
man.
Two-Tone got a point. I know. I think I know what he's about to say.
Vrabel did say today that we might be a potential chance that we see Humphreys playing this weekend. We might see him this
Yeah, they
weekend.
said it's
so,
a good chance to come off.
but my
And
thing
play.
was we should have sat AJ Brown against the Lions. That should have been a game for him to rest and kind of just chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed him very much that game. I think that would have been a perfect game to sit him out. But now he's hobbling around, you know. So
Yep.
fingers
Question
crossed
of
with that
Every
game.
time he gets tackled, he gets up limping. Every time he gets tackled.
That
You know
shot
what I'm
wears
saying?
off.
Happens once a game.
Y'all remember that
Yeah,
shot?
once
The
again.
shot when you play ball, you get that shot, you don't feel nothing.
Right.
It wears off after a couple of hits.
Yep.
Mighty Hydra asks,
Yep.
who was more disappointing, Wilson, Vic Beasley, or Jadeveon Clowney?
That's easy to me.
All the above.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the above.
That's
All the above.
D.
I'm with
Vic
Buffalo.
Beasley. Vic Beasley.
Yeah.
Victor
Me too.
Ramon Beasley Jr.
Yeah.
I
I'm
I
going
mean
Isaiah.
Beasley probably. Yeah.
Yep.
But Isaiah, I mean, ruined it before Isaiah ruined it before he even got started. He hasn't even gotten out the blocks, and he's already just messing himself up, killing
That's
his
a
career
fact.
before he even begins.
That's a fact.
Hey, he did do one good thing, so I'm going to give him a shout out. Did you guys see with the whole thing going on with Nashville, obviously, but they're trying to raise money? He did donate. So he made that. He put on a swear. I mean, that's a
Okay.
step in the progress.
That's
That's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
I want to give him a shout out for that.
Yeah, good
Okay,
job.
that's
Okay.
good.
Hey,
good.
he should be charged with robbery. Robbery, you're right. He robbed the
Right.
plane.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it robbery if they give you the money?
Right.
That's true.
If they give you the money, is it really robbery?
I'm no thief. I'm no thief. What do you mean?
He
Yeah.
hustled them.
Right. Nah, he definitely hustled.
Now, J. Rob was playing Santa Claus in July. That's what that was.
Good one.
Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.
Oh man,
Give you $9 million.
that's awesome, dude.
I think Darrington Evans returning punts. Do y'all like?
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Wouldn't
it.
be a bad idea.
I like it.
He returned kicks very well.
He
Yeah,
can.
he returned kicks. Yeah, he can.
Who else?
Hopefully, hopefully,
who else who we trust back there? To okay, Khalif Raymond makes he will catch the ball. Is anyone scared he's going to score? I mean, he's not going to score a
I'm
touchdown.
scared he's gonna die when he get hit.
Right.
I'm scared he's gonna fumble the ball. I'm scared he's gonna fumble the ball
Because he gets hit, man, like crazy. He's north and south, and he weighs 150 out there. So
Right.
I like
Right.
Darrington Evans, man.
Soaking wet with boots.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. My son, this last year, he was at a camp, and my son was in a summer camp, and he was signing autographs. My son, he's 15 now. At that time, he was probably about 5'10". He's like, Dad, he's not bigger than me, and he's like 130. You know what I'm saying? Golly, really? So yeah, he's a small guy.
He got hard. He got hard, I guess.
He got hard. Not yep.
He does got hard.
How's our cap situation looking next year?
I heard it's better than expected. I heard
Okay.
like we don't have as
We'll have
much
to see.
dead cap and all that. So that's even with signing some guys. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they do that because I think they were saying either it's gonna stay like it was this year, or it may go down some, or they may borrow against future caps. As far as making sure there could be some more money, but I mean, I'm with you, Upload. I mean, seems like it's a little bit better than all of us thought.
yeah.
And it'll probably be better once we, when you look at Jadeveon Clowney, if he is to be, not re-signed, it could be better. It should be, right? That's extra money on the cap right there. So,
Right.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
Shout out to J Rob though. I don't think he's a bad manager. I just think he made some poor choices like we all do. Sometimes we go back and we're like, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have did that.
That's right.
I don't want to take credit away from him.
Does C19 have a lot to do with that? Not being able to go to when you're recruiting, when you go into those pro days, they didn't get a chance to go to pro day. We took a draft pick off a wing and a prayer, literally.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you
I
really can't judge this draft class off trying to say, hey, he didn't have nothing to work with. He worked with what he had. So I mean, some hit, nothing really hit, but I mean, he tried.
Right.
Kevin got busted though for going cheap. Let's be honest. He could have had Conklin. He passed on Conklin.
Right.
Conklin didn't sign for. I mean, for what we were expecting, Conklin was going to sign for like a ton of money. Cleveland gets him for. I think it's a decent bargain for Cleveland.
It's a great deal for Cleveland.
It is.
And then Logan Ryan's another one.
Besides him being injury prone, he was a great right tackle for us.
He was a great right tackle. All pros a rookie.
Look what he's doing with Cleveland.
Yep. That Logan Ryan, when we let go of Logan Ryan, and I know Tighten Up Low, I remember at that time, I think we all feeling the same way. Like, man, I can't believe we just let Logan Ryan go like he was nothing. Logan Ryan was unbelievable last year. Tackling, sacks, coverage. I mean, he had bad games. Kansas City, kind of exposed him a bit. But hey, he's better than what we got now. Yep.
And he hung around. He was there at the very end.
Yes, he was.
You could have.
Was healthy.
That just tells me they weren't interested. Titans have moved on.
Yep.
Or maybe Logan Ryan wasn't going to play for anything less than 10, even though he signed for like 7.5 at the time.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. Yep. That's true.
And then they gave up his number to Christian Fulton. And I was like, that was the dagger right
That was
there.
disrespect.
It was disrespectful.
Disrespect.
It was.
Yeah.
There's still a sign with Logan Ryan's face in downtown Nashville. They still got a billboard up with him, supporting like animals and stuff. They still, I said, Nashville still wants Logan Ryan here, man.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll give a shout out. Like, I think somebody mentioned like what happened with Breon Borders. I mean, he's on IR. He might come back this week. I don't know, but I mean, I'll give him a shout out. I mean, I know he undrafted, kind of got exposed against Cleveland, but he played a whole lot better than I expected. And I mean,
me too, man.
play way better than Jonathan Joseph ever did.
Exactly.
Until that Cleveland game.
Right. He got chopped up in that
Exactly.
game, man.
It's a question for Upload. What's up with the fast receiver that you talked about all the time?
He'll be in training camp next year. So
What's his name?
uh,
What's his name?
Mason Kinsey. He's a
Kinsey.
what do you call that? A future. When you sign someone ahead of time, they call him a future.
Yeah.
You know
They
what
say
I mean?
futures or something like that. Yes.
Yeah. So I can't name it. I can't think of the name, but he will be back actually next year, at least in the start for the Titans. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So his family's awesome. Shout out to them. His mom will get in the chat and she'll talk to you about just the receivers, the Titans in general. He's been in and out of New England, so he's been on that practice squad many times this season. They let him go, they bring him back. I feel bad for him, but I heard he's a great guy, so I hope that he does get a chance at some point. He deserves it.
Yep. Tajay Sharp is still looming around there, man. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with him. I hadn't heard much about it since Minnesota released him, but I'm looking for any if we can get any help this year for the playoffs, man, it would be welcome. I mean, so many spots that could be filled. I don't know, man. We'll see.
Why would you not bring Tajay Sharp back? Your two receivers, Brown and Davis. So we'll put them to the side. Humphreys, he got a cheap shot to the head. Hasn't been right since.
Yep.
And then you have two guys that are literally the same guy, Raymond and Batson.
Yep.
Sharp runs good routes.
Yep.
He's great against zones.
Right.
He's a guy, you know what I mean? Why not bring him back? Plus, it's the chemistry thing.
Right. I was tight about that, man. I was definitely tight because he definitely had that brotherhood that already set up within the locker room. Exactly. Everybody loved Tajay, and he did, and he made some big catches for us. Yeah, big trust, right? Right.
King Henry, right?
Exactly. Can I share some bad news? Tajay Sharp is a Kansas City Chief.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Yep. He is with the Chiefs.
He gets to play with Patrick Mahomes, and he ain't going to leave that.
Right.
He probably just took him so we wouldn't pick him up.
Exactly.
That is true.
So you see the teams are doing that. Right. Teams are getting ready for the playoffs. We got to do something, y'all. You got
the Chiefs signing Tajay Sharp. You got the Bills possibly signing Kenny Stills.
Right.
Packers, Snacks.
Green Bay.
Titans.
Clay Matthews is sitting there.
Light Ray.
He's sitting there.
Hey, we got Brooks Reed.
Yeah, right. The store brand. The store brand version.
Oh my God. We're in great position then. We don't need those guys. We can stay fine with 15 sacks.
Man, Brooks Reed is terrible. When he's on the field, I'm like, man, if y'all don't get him off the field, what is he doing out there?
Man.
Yeah, we could bring back Logan Wright. Oh, that's right. He's signed a contract extension. We can't do that.
Yep.
And he went to
Sharp is on the Chiefs practice squad, so if we want him, we can go get him.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true.
We should do it.
Sure.
We should do that.
J-Rob won't though.
He won't do it.
They won't do it.
Nope.
Him and Vrabel will be like, you know what? We're fine exactly how we are. Forget the fact that our defense is one of the worst.
Yes.
He'll just, Mike Vrabel will be like this in the press conference. Well, we just gotta play better. We gotta coach better. We gotta do better.
Practice. He talked about practice. He looked good in practice. He looked good in practice.
He looked good in practice, and made some moves. Trevor Daniel was kicking it well in practice. Right before that, he stepped up and
Koharski called him out on it. Koharski called him. I give.
He did.
Yeah,
called him out.
Koharski comes with that heat, man. He comes with that.
He had to call him out. LGRW asked, do you think David Long is a long-term option as an inside linebacker? I know we talked about this earlier. I know, Upload, you said that we might not bring back Jayon Brown. Is David Long a long-term option? Is he a good option? What you think?
I like him. I mean, he's not elite. Like you guys said, you want an elite linebacker to go with him.
Right.
Hopefully Evans can turn it around. That's the thing. We're missing those elite guys on defense. We thought Byard was it. We thought Evans might be it. Those guys they're not close to that right now.
No,
It's
they're not.
unfortunate. Maybe it is because of defensive coordinator. Maybe it's because we have no pass rush. But I mean, I hope Long works out. He seems to fit the role.
I just hope he hasn't like peaked right now. Hopefully he hasn't showed us his, where his peak capability is. If he can keep making progress, and get better game in, game out, and especially utilize his offseason and get better too.
Right.
It's potential.
He definitely has potential.
Here's the thing, though. When Jayon Brown went down, the first thing I thought about was bringing David Long in. I'm like, this is his audition period. This is his chance. Jayon Brown's going to be a free agent. David Long, this is your audition to tell the Titans, hey, you know what? You don't need to re-sign Jayon Brown. You got your replacement right here. So, I mean, did any one of us think Jayon Brown was going to be the good player that he became when we first drafted him in the 5th round in Philly? I don't know. I mean, we may have thought something. I mean, we've hit on 5th round picks before, but David Long's 6th round pick. Maybe we have a hidden gem, diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Practice. I need that Iverson clip, man.
Right. Hey. There are some rants that are amazing. I mean, that one, you had Herm Edwards. You played to win the game.
Yeah, right.
Crown them.
Man. Crown them. They all we thought they were. Crown them.
We thought they were. We thought they were.
Oh, man.
And what are we doing with Jonnu Smith? Keisha brings up a great point. We do have a lot of key people.
Yes.
You do have free agents.
Yep.
You do have free agents.
It's Michael Pruitt and Mercer played well enough to take his spot. I mean, we got to look at that.
I've not been that impressed with Jonnu Smith, man.
Hawk has been saying this from the beginning. Hawk has been saying this literally from the time we drafted Jayon.
Yep.
He has not been impressed. He's just now started making progress.
Yep.
I remember Hawk said he don't even like he want to play football. I mean, literally, he didn't.
Yeah, we went to one of their few of their practices before I made like that judgment that I saw where he was lost on the field. Like he just seemed disinterested, and just like he has the ability, of course, and I think he could do more. And again, maybe it's just a factor of him just not getting the ball. I'm not sure because we see he has ability, but he could be a huge factor for us if he balls out. Man, that would be huge. But he has games he don't even have a catch, not even one catch. So I don't know.
Yeah.
People try to say he can replace Delaney. He ain't Delaney Walker, man.
My opinion is, with our struggles with the offensive line, I feel like he's had to block more instead of stay on the block. But that's my thought. That having that max protect approach because losing Taylor Lewan hurt big time.
But I'm gonna say this: the offensive line has been playing decent. They playing better this year than they did last year. I mean, literally, they haven't given up too many sacks. So even though we've had our struggles, I'm proud of what we've been able to do on the offensive line, minus Isaiah Wilson, who was supposed to be kicked out to the right tackle side. Kelly was supposed to be left tackle. That was the plan going into the season for Isaiah Wilson, but it just never panned out. Yeah. So, and Kesey Brown said that, I think she said Michael Pruitt's a free agent too.
Okay.
Is this true?
That's Vrabel's boy. That's Vrabel's boy from Houston.
Yeah.
He brought him over from the Texans.
Yeah. And I mean, somebody that's coming out in the draft that plays for Florida. I mean, the way he plays is what Jonnu should be doing. Right. That's that Kyle Pitts out of Florida.
Yep.
That dude
is a beast.
That dude is going to be one of the best tight ends in the league.
Right.
That guy is a matchup nightmare.
If he falls, would you pick him up?
He's what Jonnu should be.
Absolutely.
If he falls, would you pick him up?
Absolutely. In the first round. In the
first round, I mean, I agree. I know we need defense, but Kyle Pitts is a matchup nightmare. You can line him up as a tight end. You can line him up as a receiver. I would jump on that in a hot second if he's sitting there. I don't see why not. I know we need defensive help. We need defensive help, but he's too good to pass up.
He won't be there.
He won't. No, he'll be gone by pick 10.
Yep. So they might as well sign Weston Woodyard as a defensive coordinator. So here, I will answer this. I think it's a wrong or misconception. Just because you are a great player doesn't make you a great coach. Okay. Right. If anything, bring him back as a player. But then I question how come he's not on the team now. You know what I'm saying? If he was ready to go, he would be on a team right now,
Mhm.
as in Avery Williamson with the Steelers, right? So Wesley's a little long. Hey, Wesley Woodyard was a hell of a linebacker. Let's get that straight. But he is long in the tooth. Okay, so so I mean, I've heard people say that too. To bring him as a defensive coordinator, he's even made that comment on Twitter. He has said so many people want him to be a D coordinator. He's kind of saying, "I'm with it if you wanted to be," but I don't think that's going to happen.
I hope those was jokes. I hope those were jokes.
Check his Twitter.
I'm just saying, it got to be jokes.
I would have said bring him in as an intern, maybe to become a linebacker coach. Maybe
I agree. I'm with
Maybe.
you. I'm like a linebackers coach, maybe, but
You got to crawl before you walk, man.
right.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
right.
no doubt.
That's right. That's right. So, folks, we'll take 2 more questions. And matter of fact, I'm telling y'all, I'm having a ball right now. I mean, having a ball. So, let's see. Frank Reich has done well.
He has. We pushed very well.
We should have did an up all night. I love the all hands on deck, but we could have did an up all night.
Up all night. I know, right?
I'm just getting started.
Yeah, I got
right.
I got you.
Oh, we did this tomorrow night or Friday night. I would have been like, "Hey, let's make this a whole night thing."
Hey,
It's not too late.
Put it like we can stay. Hey, if we can stay on if you like, I'm good with it because I'm literally having a ball right now. You know what I mean? I really am. So
There's a lot more to talk about, honestly.
Yeah, it is. See, y'all too hard on.
Get to the playoff.
He was catching and making.
Y'all were too hard on Janu. He was catching, making touchdowns early.
And that's where I chimed in at. Like, as soon as Lawan went down, it's just like, all right, Janu, we need that max protect, man. I know you want to catch balls and
maybe so.
And do your thing.
Here's my
I can agree to that.
theory on Janu. I really think that sometimes, and I know this for a fact with certain organizations, I can't say this with the Titans, but sometimes you will have where ownership will let play callers know, hey, man, we can't let this cat have too many receptions. We can't let this cat have too many yards. He's in a contract year, so the more yards he gets, the more catches he has, that's going to be more money that we're going to have to pay. Right. So we're going to have to try to suppress his numbers some. And I think that's what's happened with Janu this year is that his targets have been suppressed. I don't know that for a fact. That's just my conspiracy theory. This would be a breakout year for him. Yep. And it's gone the other way where his numbers and his targets have really been down this year. So I wonder what you guys' thoughts are on that.
I agree. I'm definitely a conspiracy theorist. I even have a conspiracy myself. So last year, leading up to Mariota being benched, and Ryan Tannehill replacing him. I mean, I swear. I don't like to swear too much, but the offensive line was not blocking for Mariota. As soon as Tannehill came into the game,
we were at the game.
The line started blocking. So I think that was a conspiracy within itself. I hate to just pivot to last year. I'm sorry, K-More, but that's just like my conspiracy. I think conspiracies do exist within these franchises and upper management. I agree with you. I think they told the line, hey, don't block for Marcus. We're trying to get Ryan in here.
You guys know that was all about Amy. That was all about Amy. They already made up their mind. And there were so many reports from ESPN and a lot of the fans, we probably did it ourselves. We were getting on all the outside reports because all the local guys were saying, no, Mariota's the guy. And they would make fun of you if you would call him the show. And to be honest with you, that's kind of led me to my own podcast. And when it all started in May of that season, when we made the trade for him, because everyone wanted to throw out numbers. Oh, if Mariota put up these numbers, would you re-sign him for this and that? And I said, well, what happens if Tannehill puts up those numbers? Yep. Then you're silly. He'll never get to play. But what I've heard is those guys, Vrabel and J-Rob, they're smart guys. They knew when they made that trade for Tannehill, that was going to be their guy eventually. Right. But Amy would. I mean, you took Mike Mularkey, who Amy loved. She loved Mularkey. Yep, and she loved Mariota. So you had to get her on board. They had a love affair. I mean, you guys know that took a lot from J-Rob. Even when Mularkey was getting ready to play the playoff game against Kansas City, there were reports that day he was going to be fired. And he won.
Right. Yep. So did. He said it himself.
Right. Shout out to Jonathan, man, for the super chat. We appreciate that. It says, I'm curious to see what these receiving options could do in a 5-receiver set more often. What's our thoughts?
That's too many
Take the ball
options.
away.
That's too many options for Tannehill. I think he'll get confused.
No, I think he'll be all right.
He's a one-read kind of guy.
Hey, you got Evans, who Darrington Evans. He has the options. Yeah. But I see what you're saying, True. I see what you're saying, Two-Tone. Hey, well, he is a one-read guy, but hey.
You're taking Henry off the field then.
Yep.
True.
Yep. Take the ball away, beast.
Yep.
Which the Browns did
That's our
not.
style of offense. We run through Henry. In past seconds. So
sometimes you got to take advantage of someone's weakness, and that's what the Browns did to us. They said, "Hey, we have number one rush offense. We'll come in and throw it all over you," and they did.
They did. We appreciate that, Jonathan Donahue. We do, man. Thank you kindly. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So I have something on my show that I call the good, the bad, the concerning. And we talked a little bit about this last night. What would be the concerning for you guys going into this weekend, and if we can get past this weekend into the playoffs? What concerns you most about this team going into week 17 and beyond?
that's easy. The defense.
Lack of confidence. Lack of confidence.
Need the defense.
Running into Mahomes too soon.
And hey, it's gonna happen. Can your defense hold up? Is it better than last year versus this year? I give us a shot last year versus this year.
I agree. I'm like,
defense, you have no chance.
that is a concern.
We used to be a bend don't break type of defense, but now we bend and we break and we folding, sliding, slipping, everything.
Yeah, we have one of the worst red zone defenses in the NFL. Like you say, we used to have a real good red zone defense.
Right.
We used to be one of the best.
The field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Austin Titan says defense. Jeremiah says pass rush. Yeah.
29th in the league, Ken. We're 29th right now.
29 in red zone. Yeah.
We went up, actually.
Wow.
After the Packer game, we went up. So
wow.
Third down. Let's say third down. I mean, we will go down historically as the worst third down defense in history.
Yep.
At over 52%. Now, earlier this year, it was up to over 60%. It's come down, but we're still statistically the worst one. And honestly enough, I hear Jared on Stillman and Company saying he is terrified of Buffalo, even though I think Buffalo, as good as they are, don't get me wrong, they're good. Now, if they got weather on their side, they are dangerous. But if it's just a regular, normal game, I'm not as scared of Buffalo, although they will put up numbers. I just don't want to run into Kansas City until we absolutely have to play them.
Right.
Well, you're going to have to play them in round 2, bro.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
High seas win, yes.
We want the Dolphins to win because the Ravens.
Actually, it may work to our advantage if we can get past the first round, because Kansas City will have had 2 weeks off because they're not playing their starters this week.
That's true.
So, and that's what the Ravens did last year. They didn't play their starters the final week, and they came out rusty in that first game. So, in my opinion, the best time to catch Kansas City is right out of the gate when they've been sitting around for 2 weeks, because you don't want them once they revved up and into a flow. So I'd rather face them early than in the championship game.
Did you see what the Falcons defense was able to do against Kansas City?
Yep.
Did you see that?
Ridiculous.
Did you see that game? They gave the NFL notice. Hey, this is how you can beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's the formula.
A little blueprint for sure.
The Falcons can never finish. That's just their problem. But that is the formula of how you beat the Chiefs. I've never seen Tyreek Hill flustered. I've never seen Kelsey look confused. So you want the blueprint? There you go. The Raiders was able to do it too. But I mean, the Falcons played them very, very well defensively.
Yeah. You remember Kansas City's lacking a run game right now. And I think that teams are figuring them out at this moment. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out, and you got Le'Veon Bell. I mean, he's a half shell of himself right now. So,
Kansas City seems like they're bored with the competition. It seems like they're like, they're just sleepwalking through games, going through the motion. They don't even seem like they're interested in playing themselves. They're like, oh, we're just waiting on the playoffs to show up. I'm like, we don't want to play this team. They stink. Why do we want to play them? They're bored. And so Ken does present a point. He does present a point. I mean, Atlanta's defense is one of the bad ones too, and they held serve. But
you see what the Dolphins did to them? I think the Dolphins had three sacks.
Well, if you play physical with Kansas City, you're going to have the upper hand because they're not a physical football team.
Yep.
Right. And then with Travis Kelce, y'all remember a couple of years ago when Jonathan and Cyprian came through the middle, laid that hit on him.
Yep. Hey, Two-Tone, when that happened, me and Jacques said at the same time, said Kelsey's done. Cyprian knocked the snot out of that joke.
Right. And guys, they had the same team as they have now, minus Patrick Mahomes, but we beat them when they had Tyreek Hill and Kelsey. And that same team, I'm literally like, wow, they have the same team, but you add Patrick Mahomes, he has that element, that star element to it. I mean, we'll see what the real Kansas City is without Patrick Mahomes this weekend when they put in more. So,
I will say this, in my opinion, in the AFC, the team that's in the playoffs that has the best defense is the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I know it might not seem like it, but their pass defense, you're not passing on them, man.
That's going to give us troubles. I'm telling you guys. I've been telling Hawk this. I said, one team I don't really want to see in the playoffs is the Miami Dolphins. It's because they got Fitzmagic, who, like Ken said, you don't know which one is going to show up. You don't know if it's the one that's going to pass for 5 touchdowns or throw you 5 interceptions. Then that defense and they're building on defense. And shout out to the Dolphins to go out to get the free agents that they got in this past offseason. They built that defense to win, and that defensive line is ridiculous. I mean, they were giving Patrick Mahomes. They had him on skates. He was skating backwards. I'm literally like, hey, I don't think I want to see the Dolphins. But I mean, woo.
Yep. Hey, yeah, they're good. They're good defense.
Right. I like that one.
Yep.
Oh wow, I agree with that. I mean, that Dolphin team, like I said, everything changed when. In that game against the Raiders was a perfect example. When Tua was in there, I'm like, the Titans finna clinch a spot in the playoffs without even having to do anything. Then as soon as Fitzpatrick comes in and throw that touchdown, I'm like, Brian Flores is trying to screw us. Like they're literally trying to make sure we don't make the playoffs.
Yes.
Like I think they did that on purpose.
Yep.
Yeah, Colts fans going through the same turmoil that we're going through right now. One of my best friends is a Colts fan, and he was feeling the same way about the Raiders blowing that game to Miami because that kind of screwed the Titans and the Colts at that point.
Yes.
We would both be in good position right now. So it's like right now it's going to be one or the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Andy Reid at wide receiver, that'd be funny.
Right.
We understand Tyrell Johnson. We agree, man. We agree. Yeah, we have, man. Hey, any top elite receiver we have faced, we've gotten torched.
Right.
You think Andy gonna torch us too?
Huh?
Can't get caught, Andy.
Yeah.
What
Marvin
about
Jones?
He can go receive a hot dog or a sandwich or something.
what about top corners? That's another thing we really struggle with. Like the AJ Brown and Corey Davis, they disappear.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, like, when you look at that, if Miami does have top corners, then maybe that's something we don't really want to face in the playoffs.
They do. What's his name?
Xavier Howard. He's balling.
Byron Jones is down there too.
I don't want to see him, man. And that's a good point, Upload. Like you said, they fade in the shadows. They fade like that Homer Simpson meme when he fades back in the grass.
Right.
See, I'm with Upload on that too. And I mean, that's an excellent point because I mean, that's the difference between good receivers and elite receivers. Sports Fan Entertainment, somebody mentioned him earlier. He's not ready to quite call AJ Brown elite yet. You know, he leaves off that E. And see,
yep.
the thing about it is, if you look at guys like Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio, you know, even, you know, Justin Jefferson's kind of getting this way too. It's like they don't care. You can put your best corner against them. They're still going to produce and get numbers. It's we're afraid to go up against those top corners. It's like we see that. I'm like, come on, challenge your receivers to go up against them. Like Upload was saying earlier, and somebody else said earlier, Corey Davis is the 50-50 guy. Most of those balls, Corey Davis will come down with if you go 50-50. So don't be afraid to go with those guys. The Saints game last year was a perfect example. They put Marshawn Lattimore on A.J. Brown the whole game. He was going everywhere with him, making sure he wasn't effective. You know, A.J. Brown didn't have a catch in that game.
Not
because they were afraid to go out.
Thought he had one.
Well, he had to run. That was it.
For like 5 yards.
Yeah, it was really small.
Yeah, it was.
Those other elite receivers, they don't care. They're going to throw the ball. Those guys get catches even on the best cover, even on the best corners.
D-Hop does it the best.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, D-Hop,
Mike Evans,
a beast.
Yeah.
D-Hop is a beast.
Mike Evans, the same way.
Mike Evans, yep. And then those guys aren't afraid. They're not afraid to be physical. You know, they play with that the Andre Rison approach. We know when him and Dion was going at it back in the day. Yep. You know, that's how you got to approach. That's how you got to approach it as a receiver. You got to be just as physical as your opposition. You know,
guys. Xavier Howard has 9 interceptions.
Yep.
Oh,
and they got Byron Jones is the other corner, the former Cowboy
on the other side.
First round pick too. Yeah, exactly.
They got Agba. He has 9 sacks. I mean, this is crazy, man. The defense is ridiculous.
Yeah, they got a good pass. Their pass defense is really good. You can run on them a little bit, but their pass defense is really good.
And Flores is a great coach.
Yes,
he is. He's a really good coach. He's great.
He is.
Agreed.
I don't really think the Miami's offense is really that good, and they're in the playoffs right now.
Hey, they leading receivers, Devontae Parker. He got 677 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how championship. Can our defense stop them? That's the key. Yeah. If we play them, our defense is going to have to stop them, and our offense might struggle with this game.
They got some good tight ends too in Miami.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right. Gesicki,
Yep.
And we're scared of Devontae's because Devontae Adams lit us up. Now that'd be Devontae Parker if we played them.
And
no joke.
Yeah. He could be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Jonathan Donahue asked, all right, guys, your favorite Titan of all time from each of you. I know mine.
I know mine as well. I know mine as well.
We pointed at the same guy, D-Weez.
Right.
Stevie Mack, number
Steve
9.
Steve McNair. Steve McNair.
Steve.
They come as a combo pack.
Steve,
got you, man.
Me, Steve.
Stevie Mack.
Stevie Mack is the greatest of all time, but my favorite, I have to go Eddie George on that one. I had to go Eddie G. Met him personally. Love the guy. Took a picture with him. Quick story. We were at when we were living in Nashville, we went to Monell's. The big one. Yeah, very good. And so it was for my birthday, I want to say it might have been 2016 or 2017. So we were about to leave, and my frat brother, he said, "Hey, Eddie George is over there, man. You should go introduce yourself to him." I'm like, no, man, he's with his family. I'm not trying to interrupt that. You know, it's his family time. I don't want to be, like a starstruck fan. So he drags me over to Eddie and was telling me, hey, my frat brother's a really big fan and everything. So I talked to him for a minute, took a picture with him. I could tell his wife, Taj, SWV, she wasn't feeling it. She wasn't feeling it at all.
Hey, shout out to your frat brother, though. Shout out to your frat brother making it happen.
Who's your frat? Who's your frat, Blue? Who's your frat, man? You might be asking.
Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity
Okay.
Incorporated.
Hey, I knew you.
I'm an alpha.
You an alpha?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew you was a SIG though, Blue, and that surprised me. I know you was an alpha though, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I am.
You too, Jacques?
Yeah.
You too, Jacques?
I'll share with you guys a quick story about Eddie George. Jacques knows this. Eddie George is always around the city, man. Like, you go places, he'll be there. There's a cigar bar that I go to. He frequents there. Eddie George and him and his wife, and me and my wife, used to go to the same church, Ebenezer Baptist Church in North Nashville. And the weekend I got married, the same pastor who married us married Eddie and his wife the following weekend, man. Ain't that crazy?
Wow.
Yep.
Mike Berber, you funny, man.
Anyway, you would think that means the baby no one. Okay. That's good.
Oh
Wow.
man, that's
Wow. But yeah, man. So, and Jacques,
Yeah.
we thought 2020 was going to be a good year, man. On January 1st, we had a chance to meet up with Eddie George, man. Took a picture and everything. We was like, man, it's going to be a great year. 2020 is going to be the year. Man, wasn't we wrong, bro? Golly. And 2020 go away. God.
Man, I don't want to
Such
see
a powerful 2020.
2021. I'm sorry.
The sequel.
Right. Part 2.
Man.
the return.
Yeah, McNair is my favorite guy, but this is my second favorite guy right here, man.
Okay.
Is,
Yes, sir.
CJ2K.
Okay.
CJ2K is my second favorite guy, man. The highlight runs that kid made, man. And
Yeah.
when he had that 2,000-yard season, and he got robbed of the record on that bad holding call, he should have had the all-time record. But yeah, number 2 in my book is
Cool.
CJ2K.
I got a
love
CJ
that.
story. So when
Not
we
bad
met
choice.
him this year, they asked him, they said, what team would you have wanted to play for besides the Titans? And you guys know who he said?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, wow.
Which follows Titans history with McNair and Mason.
It wouldn't have been
and
the same.
Roll.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the same, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Titans and
My
True.
wife used to call him homeless. My wife used to call him he looked like old homeless boy with his hair the way it was in the back.
Yeah. Hey, Titans and True.
Like,
Speaking
homeless boy.
of fraternity, man, Eddie George had just pledged Omega here in Nashville too a few weeks ago.
Hey, so
That hurt my heart.
I
Yeah,
got
That hurt
I
my
got
heart.
I got a lot.
That.
I have a lot of friends that are Omega, man, and I was supposed to do that back in my undergrad. So
I got you, man.
that might be something in the future for me, man.
Cool,
You know,
man.
and a shout out to Omega guy. Steve McNair was an
McNair.
Omega guy. So
That's right.
my cousin Craig was a quarterback coach down in Tennessee years back.
Cool, man.
So I got a chance to be all over the practice field. At that point it was called Adelphia Coliseum.
Right.
So when I met that man, shaking his big old hands, man, that changed my life, man. Like it literally made me want to be something in life.
That's cool.
So I have a huge connection to Steve McNair.
Right there.
Cool,
Big
man.
facts, man.
Cool.
Big facts.
Cool. Eddie's son is an alpha. Ain't that's funny? His son plays the Alpha at
Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
Big Jeff. I think Big Jeff is Omega. I want to say.
Desmond King
And Desmond
Yeah.
King is too. Yep.
And Desmond King. Yep.
Tajay
Sure
Sharp
is.
too.
Yep. Tajay.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Shit, where do we think Julio Jones is going to go? I hope he comes here.
Right.
Man, what?
Give him another weapon.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Him and AJ together.
Right.
Ernest Givens. Wow.
I wouldn't. That's not.
Holiday.
That's going back.
That's a
Tim
way,
Moore.
way
You know
back.
about Ernest Givens?
Run and shoot, baby, all
Yep.
day.
Haywood Jeffries.
Absolutely.
All them guys. Lorenzo White. Yep.
Slaughter.
Sir.
Yep. I remember those
I
days.
would say-
days, man. I remember that Buffalo Houston game in the
would
playoffs.
go with-
Oh, don't bring that up. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You good?
Hey, what?
That was
Don't bring up that.
that was the seed that was planted for the Oilers to end up in Nashville.
Okay.
Because after that game, and then the following year, I think it was in '93, we blew a playoff game in Denver that we had the lead to John Elway. And then the next year, we blew a lead at the Astrodome to Joe Montana when he went to Kansas City.
Divisional.
And one of my ex-teammates used to play for Kansas City that used to play for me in Texas. Those 3 losses in a row tore this city apart, man. It broke everybody's heart in this city. And then after that, they wanted a new stadium for the Astrodome, and you know the story. I won't go into all of that, but yeah, that Buffalo game, man, that was the beginning of the end of the Oilers in Houston, man. So
Dang, yeah.
Hey,
Houston's a cool city, man. Been in Houston a few times. Got a partner that lives in Missouri City. He say Mo City.
Right.
I'm trying to think. There's another town out there too. I forgot, but yeah, Houston, Katy, Texas, Katy. Houston's a dope city, man.
Yeah,
They got good fans there too. Sports fans there. They love their Astros there.
Oh yeah.
Texas
Don't talk about our Astros. We didn't cheat.
I didn't want to bring it up.
love his Astros.
2005, Ken. 2005, buddy.
Oh, lifetime. No, man. I'll bet those World Series games, man. We got swept. They weren't even close.
Hey, Texas
You are
football
a
is a religion,
fan,
down
right?
there.
Yeah. So we're actually gonna be good this year.
Yeah.
So as long as we know how to deal with the pitchers, Ken knows about that. I don't know what we were doing in Oakland.
Oh, in the playoffs?
Yeah, we were going through them like whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
So what y'all gonna be doing after football season is over, man? What y'all gonna be doing on y'all shows, man? Y'all gonna still be doing different stuff, or what's gonna be going on the shows after football season?
Ooh, good question.
I'm just curious. Like for me, I'm gonna dive into the NBA and the Rockets and all this James Harden nonsense that's going on.
I got
So
you, man.
that's my next foray after the season. I'm just
Yeah. I know last year we did we ended up doing the play the Super Bowl. We had a preview show and post game after that. And then just throughout the off season, maybe once every week or two, we bring up something, especially if some Titan news will come up, we bring that up. But it does kind of slow down a little bit. So we've been in discussion on figuring out what we want to do.
We might still be doing Willie B's. I don't know.
Yep.
that's cool. Congratulations, guys. That's awesome.
That was a big move. That was a big boss move right there.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Willie B's, downtown Nashville, East Nashville, right there, guys. Yes. Great location. Yep.
Yeah.
We won it.
I saw that too. I was very impressed. That was cool.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. We actually had
I will say
come to the restaurant, man. He came to see our show, and I thought that was real dope, man.
Who was that?
Yeah.
We had a subscriber. They came to the Yep.
I'll tell you what, man. These having this platform, man, has been a blessing. Just being able to interact and communicate with Titans fans all over the nation. So any progress is good progress, and we're nothing without these subscribers and these viewers, right?
Yep, that's right.
I agree totally.
Yep.
Facts.
I'm thankful for everybody. I'm thankful for everybody. I mean, I know I'm trying to get as popular as all you guys are, but at the same time, I mean, some things I got coming up as far as this, like I said, I mentioned this before, but I'll go in and, put a small little nugget in everybody's ear. There will be hopefully coming up, not sure when I will debut it. There will be a new look for Titans in Truth. Definitely coming up. Not sure if I'll debut it around the draft or when free agency starts, but Titans in Truth is going to get a little bit of a makeover and get a new look at things like that. So I got some things coming, and I'm slowly but surely working on a project for a second show that focuses on Tennessee sports in general. So maybe diving into talking about the Grizzlies down here. Hate that my guy John Morant went down with an injury the other night.
How long
hate that he went down with that injury. About 3 to 5 weeks. I think they said he would be down. Could be longer. I'm not sure. But got that coming up and looking at, maybe talking about the Vols and what's going on here in the SEC a little bit. So I think it's going to be called Down to the T. One of my best friends came up with it. So I think that's going to be the name of the next show. I'm not sure when it'll debut, but Titans in Truth brand is trying to grow a little bit. So coming up in the near future.
Cool, man.
Can we get? I mean, Truth does such an amazing job.
He does.
He does.
And sometimes, Truth, I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit, man. I mean, there's a reason why Titans Tube came out and got you to fill a lot of those spots. I mean, before I even started. So shout out to you, and just everyone on the show for real.
Yeah,
you guys are doing awesome. Keep it up.
Hey,
Mr.
iron
5,000.
sharp as iron.
Hey,
Right.
Mr.
Yes,
Mr. 5,000.
Mr. 5K over there.
5,000.
And, you know, I didn't even get a chance to enjoy it because I don't know if you heard. It just shot up like 40 out of the blue. So I thought it was a scam, you know, like one of those glitch type things that happens. And then the next thing I know, it popped over another 40, but it did come down 40. So it looks like it's going to stand and we went with it. But
okay.
you know, you guys are always a part of that. And you guys, you know, Titan Upload and you guys coming on the show and me coming on your guys' show. I mean, it's been an amazing opportunity to meet not only people in the chat room, but obviously you guys.
Yes.
So I don't even really bother with like Buck Rising and some of these other guys anymore.
Right.
If I'm going to hear anything from Titans, I'd rather hear it from an actual Titans fan and go that route. So
yes, right.
Talk about you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Although I'm gonna definitely have to give some love. One, I definitely, as far as media people go, two in particular that I'm gonna give a lot of love to. One, y'all have seen, you know, she's been on the show quite a few times already. Teresa Walker does a great job with AP. She's Hall of Famer. I think we talked about that right when she got it and everything. So she's great. TD's been on the show a few times. He's actually been like a mentor to me. So as far as, you know, being in the business and things like that. And also, I mean, you guys, Titan Upload, you know, Titan Upload, you've helped me in the game. Mr. Titans helped me in the game. All of y'all have helped me in everything. So 2ToneZone, I know we just, you know, linking up and we're gonna definitely be hitting it up and everything and, you know, all of that. But I mean, I would be none without y'all. So, you know, I know Titan Upload said I don't give myself enough credit. I mean, truth be told, I may be where I am because of the people around me. We're a community. Iron sharpens iron.
That's what it is. That's facts, man. You ain't lying at all. We all got to be here for each other, man. We all family. So we all have a common interest, and that's these Tennessee Titans. So
that's right, brother.
It's always love.
That's right.
And I can't go on the record to say anything, but I know Mr. Titan really did want to be here, but he's got some very serious stuff going on. So I just want to give him a shout out. And I know that, you know, he was supposed to be with us as well. So
that's right. That's right. Shout out
to
him,
man. Definitely thoughts and prayers to him.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Tighten up. That's what we do, y'all. That's what we do. We tighten up, man. That's what we do, man.
That's all we know how to do.
Exactly. That's right. That's right, man.
So hey, 2020 wasn't a terrible year, Titans Weekly. So what were you guys, number 2 as far as the podcast, or were you number 1? You guys won some award, or you were like,
I'm trying to remember. I think number 2.
Yeah, we were number 2.
We were 2 behind the Titans podcast.
Yeah.
So really number 1. You know what I mean?
Right.
But shout out, agree with that. That's awesome. I remember.
Yeah, that's cute.
You know, when I heard that was great.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, man.
We appreciate
it. Thank you. Yeah, much respect to everybody on here. Ken Moore, man, we're gonna do some shows with you too, good sir.
Definitely,
you know
Ken. We ain't forgot about you, Ken. We got
it's cool. Absolutely. I appreciate Titan Upload looking me up, you know, when the clowning stuff came out this summer, man.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Got involved with you guys, and it's been a blast, man. It's been a real fun football season, especially with COVID, because normally we get out, you know, we got a Titans group here in Houston, and we'd all get up and meet every Sunday and watch the games, and not having that interaction, you know, just kind of sitting at home watching the game, and then but having you guys to share the experience with, as well as the community, all of the people in the chat, it makes me feel like I'm still surrounded by a Titan love, because I'm down here in Houston, man. I don't have a lot of love down here, man. I feel all alone sometimes, you know, in my room and stuff. So, you know, I'm glad you guys are my extended family this season, man. For real, you guys have been a blessing. No joke.
Good stuff, man.
We are family. We
Yep.
are family. Absolutely. And shout out to the Titans fan club of Memphis. That's normally where I would be doing some of this. I have to give a shout out to them for everybody in Memphis, to the president, Preston Rounds, and everybody down there. I will be returning next season. That is where I will be doing a lot of shows from. So I'll be working it out with them. So shout out to the Titan fan club of Memphis and everything. But yeah, we're family, real deal family. So you know, we're not just podcasters, we're friends.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right, man. Exactly. That's right.
What about 2021 coming down to Nashville and all doing a live show with you guys?
That's
That
upload,
would be
man.
a lot of fun.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'll make the
Let's
trip.
do it.
Hey, let's do it.
My bag's packed. My bag's packed.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Let's do
hey,
it.
I'll come up. I'll make
Come
the
on,
trip.
Ken.
I'll make the trip.
Hey man, we'll show, and
plan
we'll
that.
show you guys.
Let's do
We'll show
that.
you guys around the city, man. There's so many things to do, man. The city's popping, dude. I mean, hopefully with COVID, we'll all be done or whatever. But it's a really cool city, man. So yeah,
Just say the word.
Did you renew your tickets? A truth.
Not
You
yet.
know what? I have not.
Both of y'all didn't?
Yeah,
I don't like what they're doing to us though.
Yeah.
What is it? By January, you get
I
the
think January 15th. I think.
I think it's on the
2020
15th. Yeah.
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 I'm like,
Usually it's March.
I'm trying to be certain. You know,
Right.
I'm trying to be certain we'll actually be able to be there.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's risky right now, and that's the only reason why I haven't even tried to go to games is because I mean, like I said, you know, I know people that have pre-existing conditions, so with all of this, I'm just trying to make sure I protect them. I'm not really worried about me. I'm worried making sure that my wife is all right. I don't want nothing to happen to her or anything like that. So I mean, God forbid, you know.
Right.
But can't wait. I'll be glad to be around you guys. You know, I tell anybody, I'll talk Titans all day, 24/7.
Right.
Yep.
Me and Hawk do it all the time.
We sure do, man. We sure do, man.
D-Weez and I do the
Something
same
happened.
thing.
Hey, Jacques, bro, did you see it? And we chop it up, man. For real. And we be like, man, the stuff we talk about on the phone, we be like, man, that's a show right there.
Right.
You know, we could have recorded that footage. That's a show. You know, it's crazy, man.
Titan Weekly Uncut.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all had a good idea. Y'all had a good idea with that film session with y'all. Y'all should do that. You know, recording y'all's film session. Y'all break it down. That'll be legit right there.
That's
we,
true.
we actually get intense. We break it down film. We seem to see stuff just, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, we watched the film of the Packers, man. We met up and we was looking through just like, man, we could do this, this, and this, and this. And, you know, we hoped that was to be the case, but that didn't happen. So, yeah.
Shoot, that might be my only reason to keep the subscription.
Yep.
So
yeah, we have 60 people still watching, man. We appreciate you guys, man.
Got some Bills fans in
That's
there too.
dedication right there.
That's love, dude.
I mean, this is crazy good.
Yep,
This is crazy
that is.
good.
Bills
I love
Mafia's in here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rico, man.
Much respect to him.
Rico B.
man.
Rico B. Yeah.
Rico B.
The Bills gonna have fans for the playoffs. I think they're supposed to have like 7,000 people in for the playoffs.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes, I heard about that. That's right.
They're gonna be breaking tables. They're gonna be smashing tables.
I know,
Yep,
man.
Yep.
Yep. We had a good time in that Buffalo game on that podcast show. And that was fun, man.
Yeah, that was an
Those
experience.
Buffalo fans, they were bringing it, man. It was
Yes.
fun, dude. It was
Yes.
fun.
I think the Pittsburgh podcast, the Steel Curtain, pretty good podcast as well. The network, is it correct me if I'm wrong?
Something Nation.
SB Nation.
SB Nation. Right.
SB
BTSC Radio. Yes.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. There's
That was
engraving
fun. That
videos.
was
It was
watching.
good.
Engraving in here. Okay. All right.
Engraving.
Check
The
him out.
Raven. Hey,
I watch his show all the time, man. He's
Hey,
good.
Engraving.
Y'all put me on his show when y'all collabed with him.
okay, cool. Hey, Engraving's dope, man.
Yeah.
You talk about content, man. Hey, daily.
Hey,
He's
anything Ravens that I want to know about the Ravens, I go to Engraving, literally.
Exactly.
Team, keep it clean.
Yeah.
Mr. Team, keep it clean. If you want to
Yeah,
know anything
That's
Ravens,
what I have
holler
to
at
do. That's
That's
what
the
I
way
have
it
to
should
do.
be. Keep it
Starting
clean.
with other teams.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
That's
I'm about to
fun,
start
man.
with Pittsburgh and Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm about to
then,
start
hey,
with Pittsburgh and Dallas. Since
Hey,
that's
the-
all
the
it is
Colts-
down here.
Hey, Bring the Juice podcast. Is it Bring the Juice, Hawk?
Bring
Bring
the
Colts
juice.
fans have so many excuses, man. I'm with Hawk. That
Yep.
that podcast had every excuse in the book of why they lost.
Yeah.
I mean, just take your whooping like a man. I mean, we did when we lost.
Right.
That's right. Yep. Engraven, what's going on, brother? Hey, for those that haven't checked this show out, man, check it out. Subscribe to his channel. Hey, man, you will not be disappointed, man. Great content for the Ravens, man.
Yeah,
awesome
team
content.
keep it clean.
Team keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of the
Shout out
Ravens,
to
what do you guys think about this? I've brought this up before, but I'll bring it up again because it's good convo. What about the Ravens being the 7th seed, go to Buffalo, which honestly, the Ravens match up very well against the Bills.
They do.
Then they would go to
I
Kansas
agree.
City. Well, what's the one knock on Kansas City? Well, if it gets bad, they can't stop
Run
the
deep.
run. I mean, that's
Right.
with Derrick Henry. So they take out the Bills and the Chiefs. Then they come to Nashville for the AFC Championship game. I mean, it is all about matchups.
It
And
is
they would
about
do a
that.
lot of our work for it.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, though,
That
I
would
think
be
we all
good.
know we're getting the Ravens in week 1. Or, the first round, the wild card.
Right.
We're getting the
I
Ravens.
like it.
Titans, Ravens.
The Ravens are
I don't
going
like
to
it
be
either.
hungry. The Ravens
don't
are
like
going to
it.
be
Real
hungry,
hungry.
man. They're going to be hungry.
I think I'm more afraid of them
They
this
want
time.
revenge.
This time than I am last year and the last time we played them in the season.
Totally agree, sir.
They're more well put together. They're more, like you said, hungry, and they're more. I mean, everybody is back. Calais Campbell's back. Everybody that was missing from that first game is back this game. So it'll be tougher than what it's been in the last 2 times we played them.
And I don't know if we can stop the run.
I don't.
No,
I
I mean,
agree. I agree.
Green Bay, we didn't.
AJ Dillon
I
looks like
said it.
Derrick Henry out there.
Yeah. Did y'all
Yep.
see him?
I
Did y'all
said
see him run over Matt Dickerson?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
Oh,
gosh.
dude.
Hey,
Just
Green Bay-
embarrassed them.
Green Bay's been holding on to AJ Dillon, man, for a while. He's had COVID, I guess, for a few weeks.
Like 6
Hey,
feet.
yeah, that's a whole nother element for them. I'm like, wow, who's gonna beat Green Bay in the NFC with an offense like that?
He was a beast at Boston College.
Yeah.
Yep, was.
I-
It was.
I said after the draft that the Ravens, they were specifically building for us. They
Yes.
were building the draft, their free agency was all about us at this point in time. Bringing in
Yep.
Calais Campbell, who has, terrorized us in years past. They go and get Justin Bouquet in the draft. They got Devin Duvernay, who
Yep.
we probably were looking at. They got guys specifically to go against us.
Right.
And I hope that doesn't come to fruition in that matchup that Tighten Upload has put up,
Right.
but it could happen. So I'll be nervous.
Just because Upload said it's going to happen. Just brace for it. Brace for it.
I will not
trivia,
call that
though. I can't get your
into-
question right.
Hey, bring it on. We're
Hey,
ready.
Call
that into-
And Graven brings up a good point, and Christian Dillard as well too. With the Ravens, I'd almost prefer, as crazy as it sounds, I'd almost prefer to play them in Baltimore than Nashville for some
I
reason.
would. I agree.
We're on the road. We play with a different, well, maybe not the Packers game, it was a snow game, but we seem to play with an edge against the Colts, the Ravens, the Steelers, with an edge. I don't know, man. Of course, I'd prefer to play at home, of course, but I don't know. Man.
Hey, I gotta jet out of here. I gotta put the
Sounds
kids
good,
to bed.
Upload.
So, but hey, this was a lot of fun, and
It was.
make sure you guys in the house tight up that like button, and we'll see you guys soon. Go Titans and tighten up.
Absolutely. Tighten Upload. We appreciate it, man. Hey, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
Make sure to
thank you,
subscribe
Mark.
to his channel, y'all. Do it now.
Mr.
Right now.
5,000.
Yes. Do it now. Do it now. Tighten
Right
Upload.
now.
That's what he do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna jet up on out of here too, because I know
Okay.
the wife's got dinner for me. So she's
Understood, man.
been patient with me. She's been patient with me while I did my show and this one
Okay.
too. So I'm gonna go
All right.
give some love to the lady. And
All right.
y'all just make sure, if you haven't watched already, the new episode should be up, I would say, in the morning. So definitely go watch that. I previewed the Texans and everything and how we gonna get to the playoffs. And even Ken, I give you credit because I put up your doomsday scenario, which we got to be conscious of. That doomsday scenario is in place. So
It's
you gotta
real,
be careful.
bro. It's
It's
real.
real.
It's
It is
real.
real, but I appreciate y'all, Tennessee Titan Weekly. Love y'all, 2-Tone Zone. Been tight. K-More, you know we gon' chop it up. So
No doubt.
thanks, y'all.
Thank you as well, Titans of Truth. Subscribe to his channel, folks.
Yes,
Do it
sir.
right now.
Subscribe.
Do it now.
Any last words? We about to wrap it up, guys. Any last
Yep.
words?
Yeah.
Come on. D-Weeze.
Hey, thank you so much. I just want to say that. Hey, thank you so much. We appreciate, giving us this platform to be on. We appreciate you, gentlemen. Jock, Hawk, Mr. Kenmore on the show. Shout out to my boy 2Tone, man. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all giving us this opportunity. It means a lot to me and 2Tone. I could just speak for myself, but definitely, man, you guys have been wonderful. Shout out to Titan Nation. We appreciate y'all accepting us, accepting our show. Just listen to what we got to say, because we appreciate everybody. Tighten up. Hit the like button. Titan Weekly. Let's go.
Let's
There you
go.
go.
Let's go.
Let's
There
go.
you go. There you go.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Yep.
Any bits of last word, Mr. Ken? Take us
Yes,
out.
yes, sir. Hey, man, thank you guys for welcoming me. Sorry I was late, but I was glad to get in. You guys can join my show at K-More Sports. Go over there, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, subscribe to these guys, hit that notification button so you know when their shows are coming on. I'll be on next Monday after the game. Everybody's invited to come over for the show. We'll talk about either getting into the playoffs or how we didn't get into the playoffs. So hopefully it's the former rather than the latter. But guys, thanks for having me tonight. Love being here, and we'll see you guys down the road.
Appreciate it. 2Tone. I know you got something. Talk to me, brother.
Hey, I
Subscribe
just
to him, folks.
Hey, yeah, go subscribe. We just broke 300 subscribers today. So we
2-Tone Zone, baby.
we just broke that. So we're celebrating any type of victory, whether it's small, big, whatever. We're grateful and thankful for it all, and for allowing us to come on our platform and talk our Titan talk.
Yes,
so continue to show love and be sure to go check out Teespring. Go check out their shop and go get you some Tennessee Titans weekly gear. You know what I mean? They got it all.
Sir, yes, sir.
Make sure you go show some love. Absolutely,
that, man.
Right.
Even for your lady, for your girlfriend, wives, whatever, tights, we got things for women as well too. Even for any women that's watching the show, we got things for you as well. So hey, Teespring information is at the bottom. He's got on the shirt. Hey, that's what we do.
go.
We got it. That's what we do, man.
Hey, we got a big show tomorrow, 105 Central Standard Time, man. We got a very, very important guest that we're gonna bring on
Cool.
from Titans Nation. So I don't want to give too much detail right now. You know what I mean? But make sure y'all tune in at 105 Central Standard Time tomorrow. We're gonna be going live with a very special guest. So
Sounds good.
We look forward to that, man. Tighten up.
Tighten up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all, that ends the show. We kindly appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. You can connect with us on Instagram, Twitter as well. Hey, we're here. Tighten up. Let's get this victory and let's get to the playoffs.
I had a blast, guys. Like I said,
too.
appreciate everybody coming on to the show. This was dope. This is a long time coming. Let me say this. We've been meaning to do a show like this, since we linked up with Upload for the first time. So definitely, man, we going to do this again, guys. Fans, we're going to do this again, Titans Nation. Hopefully, this is we doing it around Super Bowl time, but I'm not saying Titans going to the Super Bowl, but this would be nice. We're thinking, but definitely, man, like everybody said, subscribe to the Upload channel, Mr. Kenmore. Come on now, Titans and Truth, Mr. Titans, 2Tone. Come on, subscribe to everybody for your Titans news. Literally, subscribe. Right. And I know you guys got merch coming. I can feel it. I just feel it in my toes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We're going to get some merch, baby. We're going to get some merch.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
This is the preview right here. It's just the preview.
I noticed that 2-Tone Zone. That's dope, bro.
Right
That's
on, man.
Hey, let us know let us know, man. We trying to buy merch, bro.
Right. Hey, we're gonna have to go pull up on y'all down in the 615, man. So
definitely
come on through, man.
Absolutely. Man.
Yes, I don't know if I'm allowed to have that much fun.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, fellas, man. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure, y'all. Thank you so much.
Okay, y'all as well, man. Tighten up.
Tighten up,
baby. Tighten up.